Hi everyone! Welcome to another Atmos video. So we're here with our Shimmering Skies review,
yes,
Set 5 Lorcana. So Mango and I just ate our vegetables and did the commons and uncommons, but that's going to be a separate video so you don't have to. We're going to go straight to the rares, and then the super rares, and then the legendaries.
Yep.
And we've seen very few of these, actually. I've seen almost none of them. You've seen a little bit more than me.
Yeah, just a few.
But also not that much.
Yep.
And we will be grading these from A to F. But mainly just kind of like listen to what we say, but generally like a C+. Don't listen to what we say.
Yeah, you must.
Like, the discussion's going to be obviously the most interesting part, but like a C+ means like kind of interested in it for constructed. You know, an A or A+ we think is like a slam dunk, you know, going to be in the meta.
Sure. Yeah.
And Ds and Fs are like probably where a lot of these are going to be, you know, because the meta's already shaken out pretty well. And if you know Bucky's going away, and you know the fact that Steel Songs was already at the top of the heap, anything that fits into Steel Songs' already dominant position is going to have an S.
Yep.
And everything else is going to be fighting for the rest. So,
we'll see.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what we got.
All right, you go first.
I go first?
Yeah.
All right. Coda. Oh, we did see Uncommon that referenced this. 2-cost Inkable, 2/1 with 2 lore. During your opponent's turns, you can't lose lore.
Starting off with an F real quick. What?
I mean, it is an Inkable 2 lore. But yeah.
For 2.
Yeah, we've seen 2/2s for 2.
It's trash.
And we haven't seen losing lore be of any interest yet. So, yeah, F.
Yeah. Oh, the opposite.
Whoa,
a
boy.
massive card.
Huge.
9-cost uninkable 3/7 with 3 lore. For each song card you have in your discard, you may pay 1 less for this character. And it's a bodyguard. Big boy Kristoff coming in hot.
Dies to Medusa out of 10.
Yeah, it does die to Medusa, but...
I think this card's real bad.
Real bad, really?
Yeah, I think it's real bad.
Why real bad?
Because there's no shot I'm playing this in Steel Songs. And there's no shot it's played in anything else other than Steel Songs.
I think it's like a C-.
I think it's an F.
Really?
If I'm against Chernobog and Steel Songs and you're trying to convince me of that, you heard how adamant of that I was. I am in more support of Chernobogs and Steel Songs than I am this.
It's a D. It's
All right.
a D for me.
F. Huge F. Starting off. Look at this vanilla 3/4 2
cards
lore.
you're getting are silly.
What is this? Why is there a vanilla 3/4 uninkable for 3 with 2 lore? Why is this a rare?
Is that another F?
I'm not evaluating it. I don't care to. Your go.
Oh, this one is
It's gonna be hard to read.
Yeah.
It's small.
Vanellope von Schreitz,
The
Sugar Rush Princess,
Enchantments
Floodborn
are so
Hero,
good.
Princess Racer, baby. Shift 2. Whenever you play another princess character, all opposing characters get -1 strength until the start of your next turn. It's a 2/4 with 2 lore.
Until the start of your
I think
next
it's
turn.
fine. I think this is
Seems
fine.
okay. It seems okay. It's got Sizu stuff, potentially. It's got that Kita, Sizu, Under the Sea activation potential.
Yeah.
The fact that it doesn't count itself, though, kind of is not exciting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Exactly.
If it also did it, that would make it just a mini Kita. With the shift, Kita shifts 3, right?
Right, yeah.
It would kind of be a power crept Kita, honestly. I mean, power crept is hard to say. I think it'd be a little bit better than Kita.
Yeah.
As it is, I think it's probably worse than Kita.
It's fine. Probably like a... This is actually probably just like a C- territory, I think.
I mean, so the only place this is going to slot into is if you're specifically doing Brawl stuff. I mean, Brawl Sizu
Yeah, it really goes with
is
Ruby.
the only place this is going to fit, or another Kita sort of effect for Under the Sea. That's like its only real applications. And so I agree, like D+, C-,
Yeah.
like maybe it gets there, but we haven't even seen the Kita
It
thing
hasn't
work.
enchanted, so we'll see.
Yeah. All right. And we are going to be, if you watch the commons and uncommons, because you have that much time on your hand, we're going to be more brutal on these rares, because the idea of these rares are not that they fit into limited, is that they're entirely for constructed. So if they do not actively fit into an archetype, or are strong enough to create their own, we're probably going to hack them to death.
Yeah.
So 7 cost uninkable, 6/7 with 2 lore hero. When you play this character, return a character card from your discard to your hand. If that card is a princess character card, gain 2 lore. So, he's a big ol' Hades.
Yeah.
Big ol' Hades.
He's better than Hades, I think.
Well, Hades costing 4 is pretty good. I'm high on Hades.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the 7 cost uninkable Hades. My bad.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
The Hades now that I play in my sweet deck that we never did a video on that won an Ursula because it could sing Be King Undisputed.
Yeah.
Love that Hades. And it's just a cool mainstay. But this is obviously just the bigger one. Is this good enough?
I don't think we've gotten out of the C- territory. Maybe C? Maybe?
This is interesting.
It costs 7.
So, obviously, you're only playing... I guess not obviously you're only playing... So, it's a 6/7, 2 lore for 7 that effectively draws a card.
Draws a princess.
No, it can be any character card. That's what I was saying. I was about to say you're only playing this with princesses, but I wouldn't even say that's strictly a rule.
Yeah. I mean, by the time you're playing something for 7, you're probably digging for a princess. Right?
Mufasa just puts into play... Does Mufasa trick... Yeah, Mufasa triggers when you play, right?
Yeah, because you play it exerted for free.
Well, so then, yeah, this is probably pretty good. Like, this just goes straight into the Mufasa deck, right?
Yeah, it could. Get back Rapunzel's.
Get back Mufasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rapunzel's to gain lore.
Yeah.
Maybe gets you there.
And draw you more cards.
So I would say this is probably like a C to C+, honestly,
yeah.
if we assume that Mufasa deck is there.
Okay.
This is a pretty solid flip. I would say this is like a 1 or 2 of.
The best card so far, not saying much, but here we go.
I mean, gets back Chernobog, too. And again, if we see any sort of self-mill theme, which might also make Chernobog better, like being able to recur it with Hades or this is interesting, so I don't hate it. Whoa. Ooh. Take it.
All
I
right.
love these enchanted.
5 cost, uninkable action, revive, play a character with 5 cost or less from your discard for free.
Yeah, no. I'm not into this.
What would you even do this to?
Mufasa, again.
But it's an action in a Mufasa
Right.
deck. Right?
Beat the 5 Sad Beast. Or Robin Hood. There's a bunch of good 5 cost things. Those are probably the 2 best. Cricky.
Yeah, I'm kind of off of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like, it's okay, but, like, whatever.
Yeah, it's not a song, so...
What, you're bringing back Rapunzel for free to draw 3 is your...
Yeah, that would be
That's
pretty
good, but, like, whatever.
I guess it has some shot, but I'm not gonna spend enough time thinking about it to figure it out.
Grade?
D plus.
Yeah,
D plus.
I'm there with you.
2 cost inkable Queen Sensor Core item. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
At symbol of nobility, at the start of your turn, if you have a princess or queen character in play, gain a lore. Don't hate it. Exert and pay 2 to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a princess or queen character card, you may put that card in your hand. Otherwise, put it on the top. Does not put it on the bottom. And you do have to reveal it, so it gives your opponent information no matter what. But this is one of the most build-around cards like that we've ever seen. Like, it's so all-in princess or queens.
Like, you're running all the Amber queens with the queen shifts and... Yeah, just princess
it's like
queens.
Moana.
I mean,
right?
there's a lot of princesses and queens just in Amber.
You want to run the Moana thing where, like, when it quests, you ready.
Ready all your
ready
princesses.
all of them. But then they can't quest again. Which makes you want to play songs, but if you're playing songs and you're Steel songs, this doesn't fit in. So I don't think this is really good enough, but this is like a fun budget build around at your local game store sort of card that like makes the deck pretty good. So I like cards like this.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun card. I like cards like this. And it's inkable, so like it's... This is... Remember when we were doing our previous review, I was like complaining about... They would have these build-around cards that, like, punished you for trying to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like that Magicka Dispel. Yeah, Magicka Dispel.
So bad.
I was like, why would you ever even try it? Like, but this, it's like, sure, I'm trying this.
Yeah.
This is paying me off for trying it. Yeah, all right. What?
Pride Lands.
What?
A 3-cost inkable item. I mean, location, 8 willpower, 1 lore, cost 2 to move. While you have 3 or more characters here... Ew. You may
I banish this location.
Banish this location to play a character from your discard for free?
No.
No.
I'm paying 6.
Yeah, it costs 2.
6 to get it here, but then you get to do it immediately. It is gaining a lore at 3. It's this 8. It's like the uncommon we saw, right? Like the 8 for 3. I guess as they decided.
I feel like they banished this location before you want to do your thing, or they banished the characters. It's just not.
There's a way to cheat moving stuff, as well.
Yeah.
There's like some actions that kind of do it.
Yeah. There's a 1-cost inkable Emerald song that does it.
Yeah, there's Tuk that does it.
There's the Ruby action that does it. Tuk.
I would say this is like a D+ to me. Like, there's a maybe here. There's some maybe silly stuff. I wonder if this makes me think that we might get like shiftable locations just now that we've seen a duplicate name location. But yeah, I would actually give this a D+. Like, I don't think it's good, but there maybe is something here. Because this is a powerful effect.
Yeah.
I mean, discard for free.
Yeah.
Again, Chernobog is like an obvious one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy to open it though.
Right.
I don't want to. I keep getting these vanilla things. 4/8, 3 lore, 6 cost and inkable. This is a slam dunk and limited, but like, I don't know. This is an interesting stat line. What was the
Stitch? Stitch is a 4/8, but
for 7 with 2 lore?
Yeah, but it
inkable.
draws you 2 cards probably.
It draws you 2 cards probably.
This is.
I'm just saying this
That
isn't,
is a good stat line.
Yeah, this is not awful.
Yeah.
This is not awful. Like, this would be funny if you accelerated into it as well. Because remember, you can tank on 4, which means you can this on 4.
Yeah.
Turn 4, 4/8, 3 lore. Like, there's nothing.
I'd rather see tank. I think.
You'd rather see tank and play than this? No, I would rather see this than tank. Tank just board logs your opponent. It's like, turn anything sideways, please. Yeah. Tank's so oppressive. But yeah, this isn't terrible. But it's like a D-.
I get all the fun ones. Look at this.
Do.
7 cost uninkable Anna, 4/5 with 2 lore, shift 4. When you play this character, exert all opposing characters.
Oh, I don't seen this.
Waving
I've not seen any of these, but that's kind of neat. There's the blue cheap Anna that's pretty good. The one that like gains 1 lore if you have like another hero in play or whatever. The 1/4 for 2 inkable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I think this is. I know of another card that goes really well with this that you haven't seen yet, so I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a C+.
A C+.
Maybe a B-.
You think this is good enough to like start its own meta? This doesn't fit into anything now.
Yes.
You think it's good enough by itself?
This
really?
Could be something new.
Well, I'm gonna pessimistically say a C, and I think that's even too high for it on its face. But I am raising my own D+, C- based off your excitement, and I'm going to regret it. Mango. Olaf.
That's a
Happy Passenger.
That's an enchantment.
That's an amazing enchantment. 9 cost, uninkable, 6/6, 3 lore. For each exerted character opponents have in play, you pay 1 less to play this character. Evasive.
Evasive 6/6.
So this is like a multiplayer out of 10, right? Because it counts all opponents. Because I don't see a single opponent. I guess if they have 3 exerted, it's a 6/6 evasive for 6 with 3 lore. But like, are you really happy if your opponent has? I mean, is this good? They're really I don't think you're really ever happy about your opponents having 4 exerted things in play, right? Like that's 3 is like really the limit for you to be like, I'm trading off the board, but playing this first, you know? Yeah, I don't think this is good, but I think this is like a D+.
This is a C- D+ for me.
Okay.
There's a Magic of Dispel.
Is it playable?
A 4-cost inkable 2/5 with 1 lore. Better say something good. During your opponent's turn, if an effect would cause you to discard 1 or more cards from your hand, you don't.
Yeah, I saw this.
It's not just...
Why not just make this 2 lore? So, like, it was kind of playable.
Yeah, and it's only during your opponent's turn.
Yeah, this would be kind of interesting if it was during your turn, because you could play the, the green, like, draw 2, discard 1, and not have to discard 1.
Yeah, I mean, you could play the 1-cost Simba and just draw a card.
Or the Maleficent, where you, like, discard to bounce something, but you don't have the discard.
Yeah. But
we're coming up with all the cool things it could be.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's
so
not any
bad.
of those things, so yeah, this is an F. I'm not doing this. I guess it's super anti-discard tech that you can
After
ink.
they nerfed Bucky?
Yeah, we'll see another card here that is pretty good, I think, that discards. This is me.
Yeah.
Rafiki, 4-cost uninkable, 1/4 rush with 2 lore. And when you play this character, he gains Challenger +4 this turn. So it's a 5... So they were getting in Maui territory here. It's a 5/4 rush for 4. Which is pretty good, but it's uninkable. But instead of having 0 lore, it's 2 lore. How good is this? Is a very good question. It can sing stuff too afterwards. It can sing Be King Undisputed. Sings Friends.
This card's bad.
Sings Zeus. If this was inkable, would you be completely sold? If this was inkable, I'm just assuming it's good.
Well, this card, if it didn't say when you play this character and had 1 less strength, it'd be Zeus. There's a Zeus that already does that, and no one plays it.
But consider this being the other Zeus, the spell. It deals 5 damage for 4. It can't be sung, but it sticks around against 2 lore.
It's just a 1/4.
You can bounce against 2 lore. You can bounce this too if you want to.
It's still just a 1/4 after that, though.
It has 2 lore.
I don't think it's good. I'm giving it a D.
I mean, it theoretically eats something, right? So you're already up a card. The fact that, yeah, they can then just eat it back immediately, probably, like at no cost, because it only has 1 attack, on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it dies to Small Sizu, and it dies to Brawl, and yeah, I agree. I think it's probably not good, but it's fun to think about.
I'll give it a D+.
Yeah.
Because it is a little better than Zeus, for sure. But
yeah, it's tricky, but it's probably. I mean, I might even go C-. I don't know. It's close. Because it is really overstated when you first play it.
yeah.
But I think just the fact. I mean, the way that this is really good is if they only have 1 character, and that's what you're banishing.
Yeah, that is true.
Because then they're kind of up a creek. At that point. So I'll actually give it like a C- to a C. It's probably not good, but I think we need to prove it's not good.
A 3-cost song, We Know the Way. It's inkable. Shuffle chosen card from your discard into your deck. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it has the same name as the chosen card, you may play the revealed card for free. Otherwise, put it in your hand.
And by same name here, we get to cheat with, like, character names, right?
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
sub-names,
of course.
just main names?
Yeah. Like the Queen.
So this is
Simba.
Robin
Hood.
We've seen, like, the brainstorm thing that can see top of your deck. We've seen... Now, multiple times we reference Bruno at the common and uncommon level.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another payoff for free for a Bruno-ish sort of effect. It has more setup there, right? Because you have to have something in your discard.
Yeah.
Which Emerald can do. Because Emerald can also put stuff in your discard. It's like the only one that has self-discard as well, kind of baked into it.
Yeah.
Well, and we've seen like that uncommon Maleficent also has self-discard. to bounce.
This is tough, because, like, the fact that it's a song makes it, like, maybe pretty good. But,
well,
like,
yeah, it's a song and it's playing something for free, potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, this has maybe, like, the highest total ink cost cheat that we've seen. You're paying 0 to maybe play something that costs 9, you know, for all we know.
Right.
It has a lot of setup. It has multiple sets up. Getting something into your discard and seeding the top of your deck. Both of which the game doesn't fully support, but the support for both of those things is increasing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a spec out of 10. Like,
right.
at some point...
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, there's a combo deck that exploits the mess out of this.
A blurple bounce, baby.
Yeah. I don't think it's there yet. This is a future spec out of 10. I'm buying 50 of these. Tell your kids. Is that Enchanted?
No, that's from the Ursula game.
Right.
Is it?
No.
No,
maybe,
it's just
maybe
the
it's
same.
from the starter.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
probably...
6 cost uninkable half Hexwell Crown item. Pay 2 ink and tap to draw a card. Pay 2 ink and tap to discard a card. Exert chosen character. It's very expensive. It's another discard, though, to seed our discard for the other card.
It's too expensive, but, like...
Yeah, it's way too expensive.
Also, the other art's way better.
Yeah, this is an F. This is so expensive.
That is way too expensive to be played.
I mean, if there's some future super control-y deck that can afford that sort of nonsense, maybe.
Elsa's Ice Palace, 3 cost uninkable location.
Yeah,
with 4 willpower. It costs 1 to move here. When you play this location, choose an exerted character. While this location is in play, that character can't ready at the start of their turn.
This is actually interesting.
Yeah, I can't ready.
Because if they only have one character, I mean, again, it loses the Maui check so hard. It loses the Fox check.
It loses the checks hard, but
but if they don't pass those, if they don't have those checks, if they don't have Fox, if they don't have Maui, if they're not playing Rush stuff, this could be brutal.
I'm kind of liking this. I'm giving this a C.
It already has to be exerted. That's the Tanaseki part.
A lot of things are exerted early game, at least. Also, like, I think this is fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like removal. It's like...
It's...
The problem is it's not inkable. So if you're playing into a deck that passes the checks, aka any Ruby deck, and most Amethyst decks, if not every Amethyst deck, then what are you doing? Like, you're just playing this and getting 0 for 1 immediately. And that's not great. If this was inkable, and you're just like, oh, I'm playing against a Fox deck or a Maui deck, I'm just inking this every time, but like... What are you doing with this?
That does make it dangerous.
Yeah.
Actually.
And also, like, Steel Songs doesn't care about this. The new Steel Songs is like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Harps 2 through 4 will do it for me anyway. Daisies 1 through 4. Yeah, so I have that at like a D. But it's neat. I like it. I like this. This is a cool new direction to go with locations. Me, huge Robin, 9 cost uninkable. Is this a thing now? 6/6 with 4 lore. Storyborn hero, timely contestant. For each 1 damage on opposing characters, you pay 1 less to play this character. Ward.
He's toadstooling that rhino.
I will say, this one can actually get cheap kind of fast. Like, they swing with Maui or whatever and get a good trade. Maui has 4 damage on it.
Yeah, because it's not for each opposing character with
for
damage.
Each
each 1 damage. This one's actually decent.
I still don't think it is, but it's close.
I mean, you playing this for 5? Sure. Why not? It doesn't die to anything. It has Ward.
It's an ink. I don't like uninkable cards that are conditionally playable. Like, that's just like a check that I have.
Yeah,
like, if it was inkable, I'm with you all day. I'm free rolling this.
Hey, yeah.
If I've done grab or
I'm
I've done a
free-balling
tink
this.
thing, once again, I'm having to play Emerald or Steel every time with cards like this. Because, yeah,
Yeah, you can just play Tink and then drop this on the same turn.
play, yeah. Or if you have enough, shift, tink, sing, grab, play this for like 2.
That banishes too many things to still have damage, probably.
Maybe. Yeah. Or just sing grab and play this. Sing grab, stick 6 damage, play this for 3. That's not unreasonable.
If you're playing this against a Ruby deck that likes having damaged characters,
Yeah, that's brutal.
That is brutal for Ruby.
Yeah, so this is a tempting trap out of 10.
Yeah, it is.
I give it a D+.
Whoa, D+? I'm giving it a C-. I was at C for most of that conversation. Yeah. Iago, the fake flamingo. Look at him. 4-cost inkable 2/4 with 1 lore. It has evasive. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 2. 2 less for the next action you play this turn.
You almost said that well.
You may pay 2 less for... I mean... I mean, are you drawing 3 and putting 2 on the top of your deck for 1?
For 0.
Oh yeah, for 0. Yeah, right? Like, this could be good.
I don't think it can be good.
It has
I think it's a 2/4 for 4. If this was for 3, I'd be a little more interested.
Yeah, but it has evasive at least. Like,
it does have evasive, but it's so slow. It's so slow.
I just love the fake bill.
Maybe this goes in a really control-y Amethyst Emerald deck that also plays like the 2 lore for free. Like it plays the Brainstorm that you're talking about. It plays Bruno. It plays like the 2/4 for 3. It's seeing the top of its deck. It's doing...
Yeah.
But then why aren't you just doing like Steel Amethyst Jafar stuff? I don't know. Maybe. It's tempting to build around, but I don't think this is powerful enough to do the thing.
Yeah, because it doesn't count singing cost, of course.
Does it? Does it work with songs?
No, it doesn't. Because there was that.
Yeah, it's paid too less.
Question
It doesn't
with
reduce the
Ursula
cost.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be broken if it allowed Ursula to copy more expensive songs like
Zeus.
We Don't Talk About Bruno. We Don't Talk About Bruno would be ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what are you giving it? I'm also giving this like a D+.
Yeah, I'm on like C- territory. Yeah, I'm right there with you though.
That's just because you spend more time with bad cards than me.
No.
Banzai. 3/2. What's his name? Banzai.
No, it's just another vanilla card for you.
Yeah, I'm really good at these. 3/2 for 2 with 2 lore.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting.
Why?
Alright, yeah, you make a good point.
F. Shenzi, let's see if this one's better or worse than the one from last set.
Pushing hyenas.
5-cost inkable 3/6 with 1 lore. This character gets +1 strength for each other hyena character you have in play. Whenever your other hyena characters challenges a damaged character, you gain 2 lore. This one is definitely better than the other one, but still not good.
This damaged character stuff, man.
Yeah. D-.
Conditional goofy.
D- for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, that Rafiki that has the 0/2 that doesn't take damage from hyena.
Oh,
yeah.
huge. Oh, I forgot about that. it went out the way.
Everyone forgets about that text.
Alright. 4-cost inkable Scar. 4/2 ward. It's good to have ward.
Yeah.
1 lore. Whenever one of your characters challenges a damaged character, you may draw a card. Once again, you absolutely have to play this with Steel, but now we're kind of talking.
Yeah, it's better, but...
This is a C. I agree.
C?
C.
Just straight C?
Just straight C.
I can get behind
It
that.
has ward, so it having 2 health is like not the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
It still dies to grab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
I mean, it smackbacks 4 because it has a ward like they're usually getting it with a challenge. It does smackback 4 at least. Like,
it dies to grab.
Yeah. I mean, who's playing more than 2 grab? Whatever.
Let's see. I think it's a C.
Remember
who you are.
Action, 4-cost inkable, 4-cost non-inkable action. If chosen opponent has more cards in their hand than you, draw cards until you have the same number.
This is bad.
Yeah, it's down there in the D's and F's.
Yeah, it's conditionally much worse.
What, you draw cards
world.
for... You spend 4 to draw cards?
Yeah, you spend
Maybe.
4 to draw, I guess, 6 in the best case scenario, but it's just like a bad whole new world.
Yeah, and then you don't have ink to play those cards.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's a fun one.
I get this one.
Yeah.
I've been high on this one. You weren't at first, don't lie. Oh, look, it's going for $7.87. 3-cost inkable, Prince John's Mirror. If you have a character named Prince John in play, you may pay 1 less to play this item. Okay? At the end of each opponent's turn, if they have more than 3 cards in their hand, they discard until they have 3 cards in their hand.
Not if I have the magic of the spell on the board.
It's true. But I guess the wildest thing about this to me is that you just play this on turn 3 and they have to discard. Like, it's immediately getting a card. Maybe more, if they have the temerity to try to keep any cards in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's weirdly not great into ramp, right? Ramp can play lean around this because of Fishbone Quill.
Yeah, it's not good into ramp.
But this is brutal for Ruby Sapphire, I feel like. Ruby Sapphire, sorry. Ruby Amethyst. But Ruby...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But Ruby Amethyst can, like...
It's pretty good against Amethyst. They don't have any way to get items either, so they're just sitting there the whole game with 3 cards in their hand.
They can also try to play lean, but it's not their preferred method of playing.
Yeah.
But they can do it because Rabbit enables you to do stuff like that. It's still not that great into Diablo because Diablo draws cards during your turn and they don't have to discard till the end of their turn. So they still get to use all the cards they got from Diablo during their turn.
Yeah, they get to keep 3 of them.
But it does allow you just to dump cards in their hand, like we were saying with that, whatever that uncommon we saw, and Daisy, and just whatever the Amethyst Chromacon, or whatever. Yeah. You're just like, sure, take cards, and obviously it has energy with Prince John, making them discard.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not even sure you play the Prince John. I don't think you play the Prince John with this.
You don't really care about the You Look Regal part.
Ironically, if there's a 1-cost Prince John, I'm probably interested in playing that.
Yeah.
Even with no text.
There's
just to drop this on 2.
The cheapest one's the 3-cost, right?
If they ever printed a 1-cost, this is ridiculous, right? Because you just drop this on 2, and it's like...
yeah.
Your opponent... It's Bucky.
Yeah.
It's Bucky.
Yeah.
If you drop this on 2, it's Bucky.
Yeah,
But worse.
Yeah, harder to remove. Unless they turn 3 Benja. But...
It's still a huge pain.
Yeah, it is a pain for sure.
Yeah, they will have had to go first, and then exactly turn 3 Benja.
I think this is just a straight C.
I think this is a B+.
A B+?
I think this is a B+. I think this is immediately potentially meta-defining.
I think it's also a trap, though, because it's just useless against some decks, so it's just ink.
It does have the outlet of being ink, but I think it stresses... Every single deck currently in the meta is not trying to play below 3 cards most of the time.
Yeah.
It's
brutal against Steel Songs, too.
Yeah, like Steel Songs...
Like, you win a lot of cards.
Ironically, the new Steel Songs maybe is better against it than most, just because it's going to be playing so many one drops.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But after you Whole New World, you have to dump, or you're just going to not have cards anymore.
If this is already in play, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a good... Like, it
if you're playing Chernabog, though, you can play Chernabog pretty early.
Still not that early. Because you're discarding Chernobog to this.
No. You're keeping Chernobog in your hand, discarding cards.
Discarding all your songs?
No, it's like a Mufasa deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts like
yeah.
the Rapunzel-based decks, too.
Yeah, right. Like,
I think this is like a BB+.
Really?
I think this is good.
I don't think it's that high.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's going to remain a check on the entire game.
It does have to. Yeah,
for the history of the game.
Sherwood Forest, the Outlaw Hideaway. 2-cost inkable location. Cost 2 to move there. 7 willpower, no lore. Your character's named Robin Hood may move here for free. Just like the Broom location. Characters gain ward and exert, pay 1, deal 2 damage to chosen damaged character.
If there was a Robin Hood...
So you just play 4 of these instead of the Robin's bows. Right?
if there was a Robin Hood that, like, pinged when it moved to a location... We didn't see one of those, did we?
No. The penguin moved to a location was the dwarf location with the knights, but that's not...
Yeah, I just meant if there was a Robin Hood that said, when I move to a location,
No.
I ping something,
Yeah.
then I would be pretty into this as an obvious combo. But this thing has no lore here, so I'm going to say F and move on.
I'm going to say D-, just because.
Shout out to Steve. Wreck-It Ralph, 3-cost inkable, 1/4 with 1 lore. When you ready this character, gain 1 lore for each 1 damage on him.
I love the face you just made at me. It's a D- to an F.
Go the distance. Stack.
Teeth go the distance.
No, you need 3 damage on him. Teeth isn't enough. You somehow get 3 damage on him. You play the Alan whatever. The rooster. The rooster that whenever you sing a song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then that's round trip 4 lore. Zero cost 4 lore, draw a card. It's in my colors. I'm building it.
Like I said, D- to F.
We got to figure out how to stack 3 damage on this consistently.
Yeah. And then also play the legendary Donald Duck that's never seen the table.
This is better.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's on, you can ready it. It's
Demolition Dude.
It's bad, but I think just single-handedly the existence of Go the Distance makes this have potential. Because it's free. It's 0-cost cantrip, gain X lore. I think it actually has. I'm gonna say C-, because I think that actually has some legs. It's a 0-cost cantrip that can gain you up to 3 lore. Yes, with Teeth and Ambitions, it's only 2 lore. But still, if I told you there was a song that was gain 2 lore, draw a card, a song, 2-cost song, inkable, gain 2 lore, draw a card.
Yeah, but like,
we were high on that one action that was gain 2 lore, uninkable for 2.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is good. I'm trying to talk you into this stupid deck.
I'm still D-.
Okay, C-.
I won't say F anymore, but I'll say D-.
Okay. I'm not going to argue anymore.
I get
like
the
it.
vanilla!
I like it. Yes! Oh, look how good this
7/5
is.
2 lore for 5.
Huge. What is huge?
Yeah, keep going.
Flynn.
Trash.
Flynn.
What's Flynn?
2-cost Flynn loves this.
Yeah. Flynn.
I guess stop. Oh, look at that chin. Boy, alright. 9-cost, uninkable, pure Paragon, 10/6, 2 lore. For each damage character you have in play, you may pay 2 less to play this character. Rush. So this costs 5? This
Yeah,
costs 5 if you're
yeah.
doing the thing.
Yeah, you can make this cost 5.
With Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, and it's a 6, but I think this card's
fine. I'm going back now. You get suckered more by these. It's funny to me how much you dislike the Ralph, but you think this is fine. You like the conditional, extremely high ink stuff like Chernobog this and the other one there. Where I'm like a 3-cost.
I'm
inkable.
playing this and Chernobog in my Mufasa deck. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it does self. That deck doesn't really self damage that much because you can't play actions because you're playing Mufasa.
It has Gothels.
This is more pie in the sky to me than the Wreck-It Ralph. Because you're talking, because the thing is even as we've seen now with Steel being like 90% of the meta, even when you're doing the Rapunzel healing deck, you have to play them in the same turn because they are not going to survive even one turn.
Yeah, right.
So you're telling me you're going to stick 2 of them just to make this thing cost 5, and maybe it still dies in some dumb way?
You're just gonna randomly have things on the board with damage.
It's a D-. It's
a C-.
We're in the same paradigm.
No way.
You
just talked to me about how Wreck-It Ralph was playable.
This is inkable. It is infinitely more playable.
It's a 1/4 for 3.
It's infinitely more playable.
You're never playing that card.
That's fine. It's ink. You're never playing this card, and it's not ink.
I'm playing it.
You're playing it for 9.
Yeah.
Because you're not sticky damage.
Why not?
You've lost the game.
I'm playing it for free.
It's worse. Okay. I get this one.
Yeah.
No, I don't. You do. I just got guessed on.
Oh, yeah. 7 cost, inkable, 5/5 with 3 lore. Shift 4. Let's get it, Radagon. He's evasive. Your damaged characters get +2 strength. It's like a D.
I don't hate this.
It's like a D
what are the
plus.
targets?
Like
what are the shift targets again?
Nothing good.
Morph out of
Remember,
10.
we saw some Radagons earlier in the comments, but they weren't. They were like 3 costs and whatnot.
I compared this to Mickey, right? The original 8 cost, 4 lore, 5/5 evasive Mickey for 8.
Yeah.
And my point was, if you shift this, it costs half.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not inkable. But I don't hate playing this for 7. It's worth 7. A 5/5 3 ink evasive, I think, is worth 7. I'm not like thrilled. But I'd give this at least a D+ or C-. The damage character +2 attack thing, like, isn't...
I'm still just D+. I can't go C with this. This is just...
This is better than things we've given D+.
What you just play it in Dies to Zeus. Like, you don't even get to turn it sideways.
Dies to Zeus is such a hard check. I mean, like, Sad Beast dies to Zeus.
Sad Beast is trash.
Sad Beast is not trash. Sad Beast is not a D+.
Yeah.
Rapunzel dies to Zeus.
Doesn't draw you a card.
It does not draw you a card.
I think it's a D+.
It's just for 4.
There's still no good Radagon shift targets.
There might be someday. I don't know. I'm a little higher on it. I think it's like a C to C-. But I could be wrong. This is...
Everyone wants to make a deck with this card, as we can see.
It's so hard to read. Vanellope von Schwyz. It's a 3/3 rush with 2 lore. 4 cost uninkable. When you play this character, she gains evasive until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
No.
It's just okay.
Should she eat something small and then gets to quest once and then dies?
I'm not here for it.
Oh. She immediately eats evasive things. That's the idea.
Yeah. Maybe.
Gets Diablo.
If he's not on the location.
Trades with Diablo.
On turn 4?
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
D-ish.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
D-ish.
7-cost inkable song. Ready all your characters. They can't quest for the rest of the turn.
Where's this sing together? I guess this would be too good if it was sing together, because it just readies everything that sings it. It's just like guaranteed.
Yeah. Let's call it a night. So what do you do?
What can sing this? The big Ariel?
The big Stitch. Ariel.
There's the Singer 7 Ariel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any big
like what are we
creature.
doing here? What is the goal?
Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph, Bruno, Goofy. If this was sing together, I'd be interested. But like this, there's no shot. I'm like, you're singing this, really? I mean, it does ready immediately what sung it. So maybe you can have like some crazy song deck where you're just like, but then you need a lot of characters and a lot of songs in order for that to do anything.
It's a weird card for sure.
Again, if I really wish this was sing together, because then maybe it does do something like degenerate, specifically in the deck that I had just built.
Yeah. And
with Wreck-It Ralph. If this was sing together, would you give me that Wreck-It Ralph has a chance?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because then we can start chaining together multiple readies. Just gain 12 lore off Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, this is a weird one for me, because it's like...
7's just too much.
7 is too much.
It's too much to not be seen together. There's just so few things that can sing it that I'm interested in exerting for it. I guess there's like those things now that like are very expensive but cost less. All that conditional nonsense that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Can sing this. Chernobog can sing it. But no, I'm not. I think it's an F.
F.
Yeah. I don't think this is playable in any situation. It costs 7. You have to be doing like Wreck-It Ralph sort of stuff. Or Bruno. But like there's
Christopher Robin.
There's better ways to go about it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it an F. I'm at a D minus. So there you go.
Okay. 3 cost uninkable item, the sword released. Arthur. Power appointed. At the start of your turn, if you have a character in play with more attack than each opposing character in play, Flynn text, each opponent loses 1 lore, and you gain lore equal to the lore lost. So multiplayer card. So this is just like another.
So usually
Flynn.
1/1, of course, but
yeah.
This is also not good. It's 3 cost
Is it?
uninkable item.
Is it? I mean, your opponent better have some sort of answer to something. I mean, I can see this working in some silly deck.
What if they just have 0 lore?
Well, they better not ever plan on gaining any. I guess it doesn't do anything against, like, the one-shot. Like, the Tamatoa one-shot potential.
Yeah, it's really bad against Sapphire. Like, one-shot stuff.
But if anyone's just trying to, like, gain lore through the game, this does have the potential to just, like, lock them out entirely.
Mm-hmm.
You can play the item removal that gains them lore. But also can gain you lore. Because you cash it in.
Yeah.
Play, like, one big thing that you stick. Maybe it has a ward or something. I don't know. Give Maui ward somehow. I don't know. This sort of card, and this card also stacks in a very oppressive way.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna give this like a C. I think this
C
plus.
That's kind of high.
I think this could even be a C plus. Not now. This is like future potential. I'm talking here.
Yeah.
This reads oppressively. This reads if you cannot deal with items, like this can just lock your opponent.
Yeah, like against Ruby Amethyst,
entirely
you're
out of the
really
game.
sad.
I mean, you do have to keep your creature alive. And
Right.
Ruby Amethyst has the most oblique ways to kill all your characters with Be Prepared and Medusa or Tremaine and Bee King. So I don't know. It's interesting. So what you want to give it like a D plus?
I was on like D plus C minus.
Yeah, that seems to be the resting place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be bold. I think it's C plus, but in the future.
Ooh.
I think this is bad.
Did you read it already?
I think I have seen this.
Okay, I haven't. 1 cost non-inkable location with 5 willpower, free to move anything here. Once per turn, you may exert chosen character here.
And deal 1 damage.
Okay, and deal 1 damage to move them to another location for free. Ugh. Hey, let you play that Gaston for less.
That's true.
Yeah,
I think
it's this
I think
is like a
reason I was-
weird build with.
I think they said that you can't, that it has to be dry in order to exert it. Because at first I was kind of high on this because I thought you could just do it immediately. But I think the way, like this, I'm not sure if it even has the magic rules where like something else tapping it can do it before the ink dries. I think maybe Lorcana does have that rule as well from Magic, but the way that this is worded, it doesn't work. Like you have to wait the entire next turn. Because like I could see a reality where if you're able to do this immediately,
yeah,
that could be kind of
you could
neat.
do some cool stuff.
But like imagine if that's not true, you have to wait until your entire next turn, forego whatever that character was going to do.
If that's not true, F. But if it is, I mean, if you can exert it right away, I think it's like D minus territory, because you could do some pretty cool stuff with it. But if you can exert it right away, it's F for sure. F is for sure.
It does do. If you could do it immediately, it does neat things with, what's his name? The pirate, John
Silver.
John Silver, yeah, Long John Silver.
Yeah.
Because he immediately has resist from this, so he doesn't take the damage.
Exactly.
So he just gets to go wherever.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that interpretation was wrong and you can do it immediately, yeah, I would actually say like C minus. Like there's some nifty, maybe nifty, but I don't think you can.
You could do some weird nifty.
I don't
stuff
think you
with
can.
it.
I think it's bad.
There's a vanilla for you. You're welcome.
Why are they doing this now? Are they like relaunching the game kind of?
Yeah, they're reprinting. They're printing it in 2 new languages.
Okay, well that makes some sense then. It
I
makes,
mean, a
guess
5 for 4 is pretty.
We're
lit,
5 sets in.
But next.
I don't. This is one of the better ones that we've seen.
Yeah, because a 5/5 is nice.
Yeah, this isn't terrible. A
Yeah,
5/5 for 4,
if you have
2 lore.
uninkable slots open, sure.
Like
And it's in Fishbone's color, so
I can't imagine. I mean, Fishbone doesn't really work with this, like on curve. None of the ramp works with this on curve. But I'll say
play it on turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, it works in the sense that you popsicle on 1. You do the popsicle 1 jump ahead, hear 'em on 3, and then on 4 you do this. I will say there's not many games that I can think of where my opponent plays this on turn 3 or turn 4 that I'm happy.
Right, you're like, oh no.
Oh yeah, I guess it does work with 1 jump. You just 1 jump. Yeah, just 1 jump on 2. This on 3.
Yeah,
Those are both uninkable.
that would be alarming. But
or you can play the new inkable 1 jump. Where you popsicle on 1 jump your popsicle. This on 3. Yeah, I mean, I'll actually go so far as to say this is like a C minus. It dies to Zeus. If this was a 5/6, we'd be talking, I think. It trades with Maui. But it does die to Zeus.
yeah.
This is still pretty good. We haven't seen anything this aggressively costed, right?
Yeah. No, not at all.
Period.
This one might be the better of the...
I said C minus.
This one, and then maybe the 4/8.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's the best.
Alright, here we go. Oh, big sheriff.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
This one's got all the coins.
Brushel Bridges.
Yeah, Bushel
9
Bridges.
cost, uninkable. Yeah. 5/9 with 4 lore. For each item you have in play, you may pay 1 less for this character.
So this is a cycle, these 9 cost uninkable
And it has
conditionals.
support.
Why does it have support? That's very weird lore for the Sheriff of Nottingham to have support.
Why?
He was like extremely greedy and like
The
he
support part.
he didn't support really anybody.
Right. It's blue. They had to give something support.
Yeah. 594 lore. So like what? This is
In Steel Sapphire, it's
in existing
like,
Steel Sapphire. You're very regularly paying 5 for this. I would
Right?
say
Like, pretty easily.
very regularly. So does that make it better than Ariel? Ariel 6, 5 lore,
Yeah.
3/4 ward. This is 5/9.
I mean,
4
5/9. It
lore.
might as well have ward, right?
No, I'm saying that could even be better than having ward.
Yeah. I think this one's the better of the 9 cost ones.
Yeah. Oh, I'll say that. I'll agree with that for sure because it's not. This one's the only one that's truly not conditional. All the other ones are relying on conditional game states that are atypical. This is relying on a conditional game state that is super typical for the color that it's in.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, every meta deck of this color is already doing that thing. You know, if it's ice blocks or if it's your 8-pop and your fish bones, like it's doing this. And hell, it may be accelerating to it. Like it's not unreasonable to do pop on 1, pop Fortisphere on 2, fishbone on 3. You're easy casting this on 4.
Oh, that's nasty. And then they B-King you.
and then they B-King you.
You just concede. I mean,
You're fine. Still 1 for 1. And if they don't exactly have B-King,
yeah,
they're worried.
I think this is good.
I mean, it just eats Ariel. It just eats Ariel slot.
Yeah,
You just can't play Ariel. Maybe we're getting in an area where you don't play Tamatoa. Maybe you probably not. That's probably blasphemous. Tamatoa is inkable, so what am I saying? It's pretty stupid. Yeah, I'll give this a C+. I'm not convinced the deck needs it just because Tamatoa is so dominant.
B-.
B-?
Yeah, we're here.
But I mean, the decks don't even necessarily play Ariel. You're not cutting Tamatoa for this, as I just refuted myself.
It's fine.
It just doesn't need it.
I'm playing it.
Fair. New item Blurple.
Yeah.
Huge.
Ooh, here you go.
Ooh, she's very
A
pregnant.
dedicated mother.
Yeah. 2 cost, uninkable, 2/1 with 1 lore. Has support. During your turn, when you put a card into your inkwell, if it's the second card you've put into your inkwell this turn, you may draw a card. Mama Odie, come on home. Unfortunately, they're both... Why can't this be inkable? Oh, I would just absolutely love this card if it was inkable.
Yeah.
Is it still good enough?
That means
Maybe.
Bell replaces...
What are you playing it instead? So, obviously this is going in one of the 2 Sapphire ramp decks. What are you cutting to play this? I don't know. It's not playable. It's too conditional. If you have it early and you want ink, it's not good. If you draw it late when you've like already done the thing, I guess it's kind of good then because you still like do the fishbone tucking. Yeah. Like even in late game, you're still like doing fishbone. So maybe it sneaks in as like a 1-up, but I'm gonna give this a C-. Like a 1 or 2-up.
It's a nice tech card, I think. But like, yeah, you're right. It's just
no one's really
it's like
asking for
C-,
this.
maybe even D+ territory.
Close, no cigar.
The Queen.
Ooh, another Queen.
4 cost uninkable 3/2 with 2 lore with ward. There you go. When you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of characters named the Queen and put them into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your deck.
Wild.
So you're playing the Queen, Amber Sapphire, the Queen deck. F.
F.
Play around D-. Poopy. You're playing the Emerald, the Queen. You're playing Sapphire Amber, the worst two colors together. What are you playing? What are you playing this 3/2 for 4 with?
I don't know.
I mean, the other Queen wants you to play items. That's Sapphire from last set.
I mean, I think you're being a little harsh on it because so if we just compare this against the Hades, because it does match up pretty good with Hades. Hades is almost always a guaranteed draw, right?
Hades.
The 4-cost uninkable Hades 3/2 1 lore, get something out of your discard. There has been times like when I was playing it where I didn't have something in my graveyard, and like that was kind of awkward because I like still wanted to play a character. So Hades can be awkward, but is more guaranteed than this, let's say. But this has a lot more power than Hades.
Yeah, it has 2 lore and ward.
And ward. Which ward is pretty important when you only have 2 life, as we've already said. Welcome to Lorcana Steel is played. So how many queens? Let's say I'm not stacking any queens on the top of my deck. What percentage of time do I need to hit this for me to feel like I'm getting enough? Because what I'm trying to get at is if this draws 1 queen, and I agree that the existing queens aren't that good right now.
Yeah, they don't exactly work together.
I'll give you that. But I think the legendary queen from last set has potential.
Yeah, I do too, but she wants you to play items.
But there's items that seed the top of your deck as well that we've seen, like Ursula's Cauldron and stuff. So I'm just saying, I'm not completely off of this card. I'm not sure it works yet, but there's something
maybe in the future.
There's something interesting here.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
fact that it has ward is nice.
It has ward. It has 2 lore. It can get another queen. That it's funny if this goes into itself, right? Like it can hit itself. Like that's pretty Yahtzee.
Yeah,
you're doing the Hades.
That is pretty cool.
You're doing the Hades thing. You can funnily play Hades with this, although that's talking about a lot of 4-cost uninkables.
Yeah,
but I would be more on the Blurple road just because I want to see the top of my deck a little bit.
The Queen is also in purple, actually.
Right, she has the legendary one, right? I keep getting the Queen and Maleficent like messed up in my mind. Because at first I was about to like jump out of my seat because I was like thinking of all the Maleficents that this could work
there's
with.
the 4/5 that exerts to draw that we're not really worried about.
There are queens in Amethyst. I'm more interested in this in Blurple.
No, it's the Queen. It's not a queen.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying there are the queens.
Yeah, if it was just
an Amethyst,
a queen,
a queen, that'd be crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
That'd be super fun.
You would for sure get a build around a queen deck then. I'm actually going to give this again future looking C+ is what I would give this. I think you're getting a lot. It's not asking too much of you.
I was too harsh on it. I'll give you that. I don't think I'm going C+. No way.
Yeah, I think C+
go like
is bullish.
C-.
Yeah, I think C- is more reasonable based on where we are.
Yeah,
but I'm talking 3 sets from now. I could see this.
Three sets from now.
Give me a few more queens. I mean, they're printing queens. We just got a legendary queen in the last set. Now we're getting this queen. There might even be another good queen that we haven't seen yet here, for all we know.
Belle.
Is it me?
Yeah.
4-cost uninkable, 2/3 with 2 lore, ward. All right. When you play this character, your other characters gain ward until the start of your next turn. So this is that item that we just saw, right?
Yeah.
The item costs 3 round trip to do. So this is just so much better than that.
Yeah, it's way better. This is decent. Is this the birth of Sapphire Amber aggro? That was almost becoming a thing last set?
Or Emerald Sapphire. Like, think about this with, like, the discard Flynn.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're challenging it, or it's...
yeah.
Or you're waiting.
You're questing for 2 more. Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah, this isn't bad. This isn't
The
bad.
2/3 with Ward does not die to grab either.
Correct. It also does not die to grab. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I mean, there's even potential. Again, whenever I see that 4 cost, I'm just so high on B King to get rid of stuff like this in Cogsworth, and like just the fact that it can sing at 4, which used to not matter and now matters.
Yeah.
And we saw that other new 4 cost, the Emerald 4 cost song, the uncommon that I was so high on, the Yzma's.
Oh yeah.
Yzma song.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
This sings You're Welcome. This is the exact sort of deck that would want to give a You're Welcome.
Yeah.
When you're aggroing out an Emerald.
Right.
Emerald Sapphire.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yep. So what are we saying here? C plus?
Ooh, really? I was thinking B minus.
B minus.
I like this. I really like this.
I mean, I'm not getting too carried away because like there is the Aurora that costs 1 more than this and is inkable and is also 2 lore and has much better stats and is not playable at all.
But it doesn't have ward and it dies to everything.
It's a 3/5.
Well, it dies to the checks.
It dies to the checks, but the only check that this doesn't die to that does is Zeus.
And Medusa and Brawl, like nothing.
Oh yeah, it's Medusa.
Yeah.
Just Medusa.
Oh yeah, the check, yeah.
Yeah, so Medusa and Zeus.
Hey, it can't get ice blocked. But, yeah.
That's why I'm tempering it a little bit. I mean, I do think it costing 4 specifically in the aggro application is much better than costing 5.
Yeah.
But it is non-inkable. So I think, like, how I'm not sure what your 3-drop is, but like the stupid Merfolk on 1, Flynn on 2.
Yeah.
You know, X on 3, whatever you want. But that's so many uninkables. There is one card I know of that I'm extremely high on. The new bell, the kicker bell. I think it's the Emerald kicker bell. Well, the one that
I
like
think I've seen.
I've seen
it. I don't remember. Yeah,
but it's uninkable. But that card's pretty cracked.
Yeah.
It's also 2 lore, and then this. But I just named 3 uninkable cards, so
yeah.
I guess the rest of the deck is uninkable. Anyway, yeah, I have C+. You're still higher.
Yeah, B minus.
Okay.
I like it.
I think it's too high.
I like it.
I think even C+ might be too high, but I got caught up in the hype.
Royal Tantrum.
Let's see them on Enchanted real quick. Oh, they're both... Oh, I actually really like this art.
They're both good.
They're
Banish
really
any
good.
number of your items, then draw a card for each item banished this way for 4.
Oh, I wish this was a song. I'm not paying 4 to do this.
Are you paying 4 to draw 3? No.
No. Not to sack 3 items.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No way.
No. Hiram draws me 2 for sacking 1.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a card on the board.
Yeah. Because this like, is really hurting your future Hiram as well. So I don't see you ever playing this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because even in Blurple, you don't need to play this because you're already playing so many items that can like draw you cards and get you to Hiram that then draws you cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. A Tantrum indeed.
Big fit.
Basil's Magnifying Glass.
It's
Basil. Yeah, you're right. 2 cost inkable item. Find what's hidden. Exert and pay 2. So we're 4 initially here. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You reveal an item card and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in any order. So it's Queen. It's Queen's ability, but can't put it into play. It's slow, but that's a ton of value over time. I mean, it's very slow.
It is a ton of value over time, but like...
You have to have locked down the board state in some way. I mean, they're really pushing items.
Yeah.
So many cheap ones. I mean, that Sing Together get 2 of them back. It's looking better and better if we can just keep pooping them out. Getting them and pooping them out, and getting them back, pooping them out.
Mm-hmm.
I still have this like a D+.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
It's not exciting. Not
yeah,
exciting.
like
Not
it
yet.
can get you value, but it might not. It might just straight up not.
Yeah. Yours.
The Great Illuminari for 3. 9 willpower, 2 to move here. Characters with support get +1 lore and +2 willpower here. A+. Characters with support are only Amber and Sapphire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This thing has no lore.
Characters there have more lore. It costs 2 to move there.
F.
D-.
F.
D-.
Sure. I'll go with F. Namari. I get another one of the 9 costs. Let's see how this one goes. Everyone's so high on Namari. Let's see if this one finally gets there.
Yeah.
I normally poo-poo on Namaris.
Most of them have been terrible.
Yeah. Well, there's that one that, like, sacked, right?
Sacked to banish.
To banish. That one was, like, briefly playable.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no one.
Yeah.
Alright, 9 cost, 5/5, uninkable. 3 lore. For each opposing character banished in a challenge this turn, you may pay 2 less to play this character.
It's so bad. It's got resist 3, but like, come on. If you get it on the board, you might win the game with her.
Yeah, so this is something that we're trying to cheat into play, not using that ability.
Yeah.
Cheat into play otherwise.
Mickey.
The thing is like, I mean, this you can set. The thing that kind of stinks is the only way to really reliably set up multiple banishes in the same turn is using Rush, which is going to use ink.
Which is going to use ink. Which is going to use more than 2 ink specifically.
Yeah. We can cheat it into play using that one action we saw. If you have another bad Namari in your discard and this Namari on the top of your deck. Yeah, I think this is an F.
Yeah, I think so too.
Following resolutely.
Resolute daughter.
In the line of other Namaris is unplayable.
Ooh, I get a 4-cost uninkable Yzma. Unjustly treated Yzma. We're going to unjustly give it a D- right off the bat without looking at it.
Cool.
It's a 1/4 with 2 lore. During your turn, whenever one of your characters banishes a character in a challenge, you may deal 1 damage to chosen character.
Emerald out of 10.
I think I don't think it was unjust.
You think it's a D?
Yeah. It's a 1/4 for 4 non-inkable. I'm not excited about it. Too expensive.
It gives all your characters a mini tink.
Yeah, but
It gives all your characters a mini tink. We know what Emerald can do with damage being seeded on. The main knock is that it's non-inkable. It's like a Bogo. Like, Bogo is probably better than this, right? Bogo's a 2/4 uninkable
yeah,
with 2 lore, and whenever you play a Floodborn, it pings all of their stuff for 1.
yeah.
So yeah, I agree. But I wanted it to be better. It's like a D. Pete! All of Steel's uninkables. 3 cost uninkable 1/3 with 1 lore. Exert to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character card named Pete, you may play it for free. We're all in Pete. Huge.
Love that.
I cannot imagine playing this in anything ever.
Yeah.
Ever. It's a 1/3 with 1 lore.
This has got to be joke bad.
This is hilarious. I want to play this in limited and only use its ability with no other Pete's in my deck.
Yeah. You're gonna open it in limited.
This is an H-.
H.
For holy hell.
I'd rather play a 1/1 for 1 with no lore.
No text.
Just so I could sing 1-cost songs.
I'd rather play a 0/1 that's self-sat.
Oh! There's a knight! It's a 7/10 3 lore for 7.
This is so much better than Namari. It's not that much better than Namari. Namari's better than this.
I mean, it gets Queen's Castle, how about?
It does.
Yeah, just... It's, I mean, no, I'm good.
In Limited, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it. F though.
Oh.
Doc, Bold Knight. 1/3. When you play this character, you may discard your hand to draw 2 cards. 2 cost, I think, 1/3. I don't hate this.
It's better than that other 1/3 that we just read, the Pete. It's better than that.
I don't hate this card.
No, I don't think it's bad.
Huh. How good is this?
I mean, if it's your last card, it's a draw 2.
Yeah, it opens up kind of like new possibilities. Like some new kind of aggro deck can maybe do this. It also does the Sheriff of Nottingham thing.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. It's also uninkable.
And it concedes your discard. It's a May. So yeah, you're certainly not excited to play a 1/3 for 2 or whatever, but I would give this like a C-. Like
yeah,
I
this
could see this
definitely
doing
has
something.
legs.
I could see this doing something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's going for 3, so people agree that it's. I mean, just as the high end of an aggro deck.
Yeah,
is interesting.
I like the quotes. High end.
Yeah, I like Hades as the actual high end and whatever this is too.
Mm-hmm.
I do actually want to, after we saw that 7/10, I do actually briefly want to revisit, not clicking on this, revisit this. Let's just read this as costing 7. Just ignore all the conditional.
A 5/5 with 3 lore with 3 resist.
That's just better than Cindy. Cindy can challenge ready characters when you cast songs, which is not a negligible
And she's inkable. And
ability.
shiftable.
And yeah, I know. But she's not often shifted, I will say. Because that's the little Cinderella doesn't normally survive or otherwise stay around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying this isn't like actual garbage. Because sometimes it will somehow cost 5.
Yeah.
And it's almost always going to cost 7.
It is really hard to get off.
It's very hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
No, Steel. Steel cannot deal with this at all.
No.
It's just going to single-handedly beat any Steel.
Yeah.
So we were more. This isn't.
You have to Zeus it 3 times.
This isn't like an F probably. Because I could maybe see some control deck think this is okay. Like if you're not playing any songs somehow in Steel, so you're not interested in Cindy's secondary text, or maybe you're like only
Amber, Steel, Mufasa.
There you go, yeah, Amber, Steel, Mufasa. Although Amber's not really that good at trading things off either.
Right.
Yeah, it's just not. I think we hacked on it a little too hard.
Yeah, we hacked on it very quickly.
Yep.
5-cost inkable action, Tug of War. Choose 1. Deal 1 damage to each opposing character with evasive.
Without,
yeah. Or deal 3 damage to each opposing character with evasive.
huh?
So it's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't work with these because they're not like individual.
Yeah. Like Avalanche is a 4-cost non-inkable. It also gets a location.
Also gets a location. That's the best part of it.
And it costs 4.
I mean, the
main second
thing
part,
is the evasive.
the second part is why you're playing it.
Correct, yeah. The first part is like, maybe I'm not always ink. And then the second part is, if I'm against the evasive, I'm definitely not ink, right? Yeah. That's how this really
reads. Because, like, 3 damage kills, or banishes a lot of, like, most evasive things.
Bruno.
Yeah, like, straight up just most of them.
Not the Archimedes. The 1/4.
That Archimedes is good.
It's not bad. I still don't think this is good, though. Maybe it's like a 1 of.
Yeah, right. 1 of
maybe
tech card.
A 1 of, but it's like a C-, I think.
Yeah.
When your ceiling is maybe I play 1 of you. Not too high.
It is inkable.
Yeah.
Plate armor.
Like mouse armor.
It is just big mouse armor.
4 cost, uninkable item. Exert. Chosen character gains +2 resist until the start of your next turn.
Literally.
It is just big mouse armor.
Double mouse armor.
I mean, that's a lot. That's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna try this, but I could like, this is like a D+ to me, but I could see some world where this somehow gets there in some very annoying deck that
really annoying.
I want no part of.
Yeah, to play against. This has an enchanted.
Interesting.
Bad Anon, 3 cost inkable location with 7 willpower, 1 lore. Cost 2 to move here. Villain characters gain exert, pay 3, play a character with the same name as character for free while here.
I'm never doing this.
Like, what are we doing?
We're paying 5 to
play
something
what?
From your hand
to
for
play
free.
Gaston, to play
F.
Yeah, play nothing.
We already talked about this one.
Yeah.
We did it! All the rares!
Yay! There were some good ones.
No, super rares.
Mostly not that great.
Oh yeah, well, let's real quickly say which ones were
that
really
Anna.
The best one. You like this Anna?
Huge.
Because of something that's coming up later. I like this Wreck-It Ralph.
I like the Wreck-It Ralph.
This one was okay.
I wanna take back what I said. Anything good about that Kristoff? It's terrible.
Which one?
3/7 for 9.
Yeah, that's
terrible.
This Rafiki's
might be good. Probably not.
Not great.
That Scar's fine.
Scar's okay.
Gaston's fine.
Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is definitely my favorite.
The 5/5 for 4, actually not bad.
5 for 4. Oh, this sword I didn't hate.
The bell.
Sheriff. The queen. The bell. Yeah, the bell was pretty cool.
That Pete.
This Doc. Yeah, rares we're not bringing a lot to the table here. This location is like kind of interesting, just failing all checks.
Yeah.
I thought there was one that we were like, oh, the mirror. The mirror is the one I was by far the highest on.
Yeah, it's definitely a check.
Prince John the Mirror. I don't think this card is terrible either, but yeah, could be better. Super rares. Let's see if we get better.
Super rares. All right. 5 cost inkable Minnie Mouse 4/4 with 2 lore. We got a shift 4 on this one. When you play this character, if you use shift to play her, you may search your deck for a character card, reveal that card, shuffle your deck, and put that card on top. I've seen this card. I do like this card. It's especially good.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
In
Mufasa.
Like, yeah, Mufasa, because you can shift on the 1/3.
The Ruby 1/3.
Yeah, the Ruby 1/3. You're not shifting it on the bad Amber Mini.
That's the 1/3 bodyguard, right? 1/3 bodyguard, Singer 4.
Yeah.
That does some healing or something. 2 cost inkable.
Yeah, every time you play a bodyguard, you remove damage.
So Ruby has the 2 good minis, right? The 1/3, 2 lore evasive for 3, and then the 1/3 for 1.
Yep.
The 1/3 for 1 being the main target here.
Yeah. there's the new one that is Dancing with Mickey, but that one's not great.
Was that a 2 cost?
I think it was a 3. So like that on 3, this on 4. That's not good. But I think this is. I think this is good, not great. I'm giving it like a C minus, maybe a C.
Yeah, I think it's a little better. It just so
You just put Chernobog on top of your deck and draw it and play it for free, like.
Well, just that we've seen various that they're increasing the amount of things that care about the top of your deck, and potentially even let you cheating it for free. Like again, we saw the song that again needs you to have something with the same name in your discard. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I know this is kind of Yahtzee stuff, and I don't think we're there yet. But when you're telling me that you can tutor anything out of your deck, put it on the top, know what it is for something like Bruno, know what it is to potentially then play it for free,
right?
Using Mufasa or this other song that was an Amethyst song, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the trouble. There's no mini in Amethyst. Because you have to shift.
You do have to shift, yeah. So you'd have to use an Amber mini. So, I don't know. I don't think it's there yet. I would agree this is probably like a C or C minus now. Like, you're probably not playing this in Mufasa.
Might go up.
Yeah, but I'm interested in this in the future. There's room.
Yeah, I like it.
Tutors are good.
Yep.
Hey! Okay.
S.
So, unfortunately, I guess the secret's kind of out on this given its price. Although the price has gone down a lot, according to what I'm seeing here. It was like in the 30s. So, Daisy Duck. It is a 1/4 for 1 uninkable with 2 lore. Mm-hmm. Whenever this character quests, each opponent reveals the top card of their deck. If it's a character card, they may put it into their hand. Otherwise, they put it on the bottom of their deck. So notice they do not have to put the character card in their hand.
Yeah, right.
And I have a feeling they probably will not once people see how this card works.
Yeah, in Steel Songs.
Because if they put it on the bottom, they have a higher chance to draw a song.
Yeah.
So, I think this card is already a problem in 2 decks. One deck that very much exists, one deck that does not quite exist yet. We've already seen Harps come into Steel Songs. It's probably the best build of Steel Songs now.
Yeah.
We've seen it even outperform pre-Bucky nerf/ban in those matchups. Steel Songs has been the best deck from the beginning, sneakily, the entire time. And now we've seen its ability to just dump its hand into 3 to 4 Harps being very oppressive. Well, what if you were actually playing effectively 8 Harps? So the way to exploit Daisy is not caring about your opponents having cards in their hand, specifically having characters in their hand.
Right.
This also has the pseudo effect of not allowing your opponents to have actions, because if this hits an action on the top of their deck, it's just gone. Mm. Which limits their ability to deal with Daisy.
Yeah.
Like, Daisy has 4 health. Like, you're Zeusing this. That's the sort of action it's going to take to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Or a very developed board with, like, a strength of a Raging Fire,
Yeah.
But I don't see how you deal with this card at all. But, I mean, what you're going to have happen...
It's just a 1/4. That's crazy.
Yeah, what you're going to have happen is you're going to have your opponent on turn 4, like, with their aerial or whatever, play, like, 2 Harps and a Daisy, sing Whole New World, and play, like, another Harp or Daisy. Or, like, 2 Daisies and a Harp. And you're going to be like, okay, so they have 4 1/4s with 2 lore on turn 4. And there's literally no counterplay in the game, nor really should there be any counterplay in the game to deal with that. So this is problematic. And I am saying now that something from that deck will have to get banned. Or errataed, as we've seen. Because I just don't see how it's not broken. Yes, it is uninkable, but you just take out the flutes of the Pride Lens.
Yeah.
This is just better. There's no way to profitably deal with this card. The other deck I want to touch on, I know I'm ranting like crazy here, but I've thought about this card for some time. And I did, right when I saw this card, I said it's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Some other people didn't believe me then. Like, I was like, uh-oh. So the other one, I think, is in Lemon Lime, where you're just bouncing, like you have, Mother's Knows Best bounce, Kit Cloud Kicker, Muses. We've seen the, Welcome, what's the new song?
You're Welcome.
Yeah, You're Welcome. Like, anything that just bounce, yeah, You're Welcome. Let them draw cards. Let them draw cards with Daisy Duck.
Yeah.
Who cares? They play something, it's getting bounced into their hand. There's an action on top of their deck. Daisy Duck gets rid of it. So they can't deal with anything. And you're just, like, aggroing them out. I mean, I don't know.
And then, obviously, the Amber Amethyst aggro that everyone knows about just got slightly better again.
Yeah. I guess I haven't even actually thought of that application, but sure. Like, why are you not playing this over Maleficent?
Or Lilo. Even
anything.
Just straight up play it over a Lilo.
Any one drop.
Yeah.
Any one drop that's ever existed. I
Not to mention it, like it's just if it's not a character, you can just put items and locations at the bottom of their deck too.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean the one negative there is like if they are like some sort of fastish sort of deck, you will kind of lose that. If they're a fastest creature based deck. Or maybe in the mirror, Daisy wouldn't be good there.
Yeah, in the
because
mirror,
then they're just like dropping even more aggro things than you. So I don't know.
Daisy.
Yeah, that's. But I think that aggro deck loses to the other two decks we just talked about. Like Lemon Lime is just gonna bounce your Daisy.
Yeah,
it's just gonna keep bouncing your Daisy. I guess the Amber Amethyst can play Befuddle as well to like also bounce the Daisy. So yeah, I think this card is a problem. So the question for me is, do they ban her out of this, or do they ban her out of Whole New World? Because I think it's got to be one of those two. I just don't see how this doesn't. And we're going to see another dumb card that's going to slot into
straight into Steel
Songs.
Songs.
Steel Songs and make it even better. And that's not even considering that we got a better Gaston as well.
Yep.
Which I think that deck's also probably going to play now because it's even lower to the ground. Like it doesn't. I don't think it plays Rapunzel. I don't think it plays anything. It's just
it
doesn't
need any of that.
It doesn't need it. It just because you don't even have to do the Whole New World thing with this. Like, what if you just have like some medium songs and like 3 daisies and 2 harps or something? Like, how is your opponent winning?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like this card because I think it's very good, but I'm not sure it's good for the game. So
like a C?
Yeah, S plus plus plus. Perverted out of 10.
Yep. There you go. There's a 6-cost uninkable song. Name a card. Return all character cards with that name from your discard to your hand. What do you think about this?
I'm not playing this. It's not a Sing Together. Why did they get rid of Sing Together? This is a perfect
Naveen
sort of
plays
thing.
it for free.
What?
The Naveen.
What's Naveen? I don't remember.
We just talked about it a little bit. Yeah, we haven't read it. It's a legendary.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, ETB, you play a song 6 cost or less for free.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, the card that also goes to Steel Song.
Get all your daisies back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is good. It's uninkable. I have to have a bunch of stuff in my discard for this to do actually anything.
That is true.
So, this is an F as far as I'm concerned.
F? Oh, no way. D for me.
I'm never playing this. 8 cost Maleficent, 7/7, shift 6, 2 lore. When you play this character, for each of your characters named Maleficent in play, return a chosen opposing character, item, or location with cost 3 or less to their player's hand. So there's a lot of cost 3 or less carrying with Maleficent here. So it counts itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't like... we've talked about the design of things. I don't like the design of this card because it's really only good if you shift it but then shifting it like eats its own ability.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of plays with its own ability too, because you want to have a lot of Maleficence in the deck, which means your chances of shifting this are like much higher.
Mm-hmm.
But
so you're returning like 2 things probably.
Sure.
Maybe 3.
That costs 3 or less.
Yeah. This isn't good.
I'm not playing this.
No.
I'm not playing this. If it was inkable, I would like consider it, but no, this is a D-. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
No one's doing this.
4 cost inkable Madam Mim, 3/7. When you play this character, banish her, or return another chosen character of yours to your hand.
Yeah.
Never seen that text
Never seen
before.
that on the Madam Mim.
At the start of your turn, you may move up to 2 damage counters from this character to chosen opposing character. That's 1 lore. It's a 7 but, so like it might keep damage, but you're not really.
It's just gonna die to Medusa or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. It's gonna be
like
taken care of.
No one's playing.
No one's playing into it.
No deck is wanting
right?
to play this. Like there's one. The Ruby Amethyst would be the deck that would play this, but it's not playing this.
Yeah, it's not gonna replace anything.
It's not playing this. So no.
No way.
No.
Especially at the 4 slot.
No.
Heck no.
D-. Oh, here's the Elsa I was talking about earlier. 5 cost for a 2/5. Elsa, the 5th Spirit, Rush Evasive, 1 lore. When you play this character, exert chosen opposing character. I just saw the title of some Reddit that was calling this card a hard trap because look, its price is $17.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. I don't see $17 here. Like, if you want to call $17 a trap, like, why is this $17? It's a 2/5 Rush Evasive with 1. Like, it's not even 2 lore.
Yeah, I think it's a C+.
Sure, it exerts something, but, like, what do we...
You'll see when we read the genie. It's a thing. I don't know whether it's gonna be good or not, but it goes in there. It slots in on curve.
Okay, well, I guess I'll withhold judgment, but, like, on the surface, this feels like a C- to me.
I'm sticking C+. But yeah.
I mean, I love exerting characters. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
But if this cost 4... I'll say this. If this cost 4 and had 2 lore, I would be like, oh, even uninkable. I'd be like, all right. But
yeah, I will say, like, the 2/5 does suck.
In the fact that it's Maui slot,
yeah,
like,
it's evasive.
Yeah, but this is the sort of thing you want to do. Yeah, I don't. You want to have something that can.
You want Lumiere on the board for this card to be really good.
You want something else to be able to do damage for the exerting character, because this thing probably isn't.
Yeah, right.
This is you.
The 3 cost uninkable 2/1 with 2 lore, Scroop, has evasive. When you play this character, you may pay 3 to banish chosen damaged character. This card is not it.
So I think this is the worst design card in the set. Because I think it is power crept by a card that we're about to read in the same set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is nonsense.
It is nonsense.
It says evasive, though.
Whatever.
But it dies to a fart.
Yeah, it dies to
ping. Half a fart.
Any ping. Any damage move, like whatever.
And it only conditionally is, like, good.
F to D-, baby, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not into it. I guess the card I'm thinking of is actually a legendary. I thought it was a super rare. Okay. Prince Philip. We get another Prince Philip. 7 cost inkable this time for a 3/9. When you play this character, banish chosen opposing dragon character. Which I can't think of many.
Just Caesar's and Maleficence. A couple other, I think.
Madam Mim dragon.
Yeah.
3 lore. Whenever he challenges a damaged character, ready this character. Yeah. Ready this character after the challenge. That's an unconditional ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
On a 3/9. But we're not cheating this thing, and it's cost 7, dies to Madame Medusa. Man, Madame Medusa's not going away, that's for sure.
Nope. This is just isn't good. Yeah, no.
Let's get into dragons.
You're playing the other Prince Philip.
I wish. I want to play that card so bad.
Mother Gothel, 6 cost inkable 4/6. That's a good stat line. 2 lore, shift 4.
No, it's not.
4/6?
For 6.
That's good.
Yeah, sure.
Shift 4.
Yeah.
When you play this character, each opponent chooses one of their characters and returns that card to their hand.
Wasn't there like... Sorry, wasn't there a 2-cost Gothel that wasn't terrible?
Yeah. And this gets around Ward. I think this is good.
It could be. Daisy Lemon Lime, baby.
Let's get it. I like it. I like it. I mean, it's her, I like her fit. She's fabulous.
It's strictly aggro, right?
Lemon Lime Bounce.
Yeah, Lemon Lime Bounce. Lemon Lime Bounce aggro.
Yeah, yeah. I like this card. I'm not saying it's broken or anything, but a 4/6 doesn't exactly get removed by anything.
Yeah. Sure, I'll give it a C.
Yeah, I'm there. I like it.
Maximus. 6-cost inkable, 3/5 with 2 lore. At the end of your turn, if you have any characters in play with 5 or more attack, you gain 2 lore. So kind of like Flynn-ish, except it doesn't check your opponent. If you have any characters in play with 10 or more, so like that Gaston, by the way, you gain 5 lore instead.
Okay.
Or if you buff something like a Pete really big.
Yeah, I mean, I just
with
don't think
Cricky.
it's very good. It is at the end of your turn. That's interesting, but like,
what if you do?
Alice.
I was gonna say this works
OTP.
with
OTP with Alice.
this works with Alice stuff and Cricky stuff. So you could do your cilantro, whatever it's called. What I always forget the name of that.
No,
chili
Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo. There's another name for it.
Chili and cilantro.
Yeah,
maybe?
chili and cilantro.
Yeah.
So maybe there, maybe Alice. But it's just it's a 3/5 with 2 lore for 6, which is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it's like a D.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's fun. It's a fun D. Old school Pete.
7 cost 6/6 2 lore, baby. When this character I'm just reading ahead. When you play this character, if you have another character named Pete in play, you may banish chosen opposing character.
That's pretty good.
Except all the other Petes are bad besides
Yeah,
that
but
one steel one.
This one's good. No, the Emerald Pete's not bad. The original Emerald Pete, the 3/4 with ward that can get up to 4 lore or whatever, it buffs when you play actions. That one's like still played occasionally.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that one's not bad.
Yeah.
There's also the 2-cost uninkable 2/3 with 2 lore that like if it has attack when you play an action you get to bounce something.
Yeah. That one's pretty niche and it's not inkable.
It could get there. I could see it getting there.
Yeah, that's one of those
future.
cards that's like really bad at first and might.
Yeah, it could maybe get there. But this is good. If it's a 2-cost discount on Maleficent Dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a 6/6 instead of a 7/5. I would take a 6/6 over a 7/5 because of Zeus.
For sure.
So it has better stats, same lore, same ability, assuming you have a P.
Probably gets the quest.
So I give this like a C-, just on the dearth of other good Pete's, but
Sings that 7-cost song you gave an F.
but are you with me? Like C-?
Yeah.
If we get more
I'm
Pete's. There. Right. Who's with me? 3-cost inkable action. Your characters get +2 attack this turn. Whenever one of your characters with Reckless challenges another character this turn, gain 2 lore.
Okay.
This is an interesting super rare non-song action.
weird.
So we saw that the 2 cost 2/3.
Yeah.
Reckless.
Yeah.
Now. It's like what this is like six lore at the most, right? Unless you're doing readying stuff. Unless you're like reckless ready.
Yeah, it has to challenge another character though. And like your characters are gonna banish them since they all have +2 strength.
Yeah, that's true.
It's I want it to be good.
I think this is an F.
Yeah, I want it to be good, but it's not.
Yeah. I mean, there's potential for something in the future to.
There's another queen.
Do something wild. Oh, there's another queen.
5 cost Inkable Queen, 2/6 with 1 lore. Shift 3, ward. For each other character named the Queen you have in play, this character gets +1 lore.
It has ward.
So let's pretend it's a 2/6 with 2 lore. With ward.
It's shift 3.
Yeah, but that eats your other queen.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's like the Maleficent problem.
It's really trying to corner people into playing the queen decks.
Just all the queen. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't think it's good right now, but it's an interesting direction to play all queens. We'll have to see if we get enough queens.
There was
for
that
this
Hans
to be...
that if every time you like play a queen, you get a lore. No, when you play it. Yeah,
it's a 3/2 with 2 lore by itself.
Yeah, and when you play him, if you have a queen or princess, maybe.
But there's that Amber thing that also cares about queens, which and if you have a queen in play, it gains a lore.
Yeah, the Amber item.
Yeah, the Amber item, the new Amber item,
okay.
And it can also find queens.
Hey, they're trying to push the Amber Sapphire.
Yeah, just Amber Sapphire, all queen. Yeah, I don't think it's good enough. I think the best one is the 4 cost
big
uninkable.
butts with heels.
The 4 cost uninkable one is still the best one I think that we've seen.
Yeah, I agree.
So this is like a piece to that, I guess, but this one doesn't excite me too much. This is like a C-.
Yeah, yeah.
Prince John, 4 cost inkable 3/4. I love that picture of Prince John. Gold lover. 1 lore. Exert. Play an item for free. Play an item from your hand or discard with cost 5 or less for free exerted. Or discard. Huh.
That gets the 5 cost recurring item.
Which one?
The 5 cost item that exerts to get an item from your discard.
Oh, yeah. 5 costs is a lot. I mean, I definitely have my eye on this card going into the future. There's so many things that like care about discard, but like so little self mill. Like once again, if there was something that was like dump 10 cards into your discard or something, I'd be like, all right, let's see what's going on here. So I don't think this does anything really yet,
right?
But it could. It can also cheat stuff from your hand as well.
Yeah.
But you obviously prefer discard.
C-, maybe a C territory.
Right now, I think it's like a C- or a D+, because there's like literally nothing I want to do this with at the moment. But it definitely has potential. Cusco.
Alright, 6 cost Cusco, 3/5 with 2 lore. When you play this character, you may put chosen item or location into its player's inkwell face down and exerted.
Okay.
By invite only, you don't have to exert. Just pay 4. Your other characters gain resist 1 until the start of your next turn.
Oh God.
Okay.
That's a Cogsworth. Doesn't have ward.
Yeah, it doesn't have ward.
But it can ramp yourself or removal.
Or remove item or location.
This one's complicated. That is an expensive ability, but can just really lock up the game if you're ahead.
Yeah. It's more of a win more. Like, you get on top of them, you play this. If they don't remove it, you beat them down, right?
It's like they're trying desperately to give Sapphire something else to do other than Tamatoa.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it feels like. It's like, because you could, like, go wider with this, you know, not worry about Tamatoa, just be like, my whole team doesn't die to basically anything except for be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could play this on, like, turn 4.
Okay, let's just not care about the resistibility. How good is the rest of the card? A 3/5/2 lure for 6 inkable that can either ramp you or get rid of, like, Queen's Castle. Once again, this is another way to just decimate Queen's Castle.
Yeah, right? But also, if you ramp into it on turn 4, you can play an 8 cost on turn 5.
Which is Tamatoa. Oh, you can play a 9 cost. On turn 5 even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it needs it. Like, this seems pretty strong. I think it's the only reason I think this would potentially see play is its ability to just take out Queen's Castle. The self ramp is, like, more questionable because it's having to eat. It's having to eat a popsicle in a way that it can't be recurred.
Yeah, right.
By Tamatoa. And, like, Tamatoa is almost never dying to damage. It could.
Well, we're not playing Tamatoa anymore, remember?
Well, you're just talking about playing 8 costs. There's not a better one.
Oh, you can recur things from your Inkwell with the new Mufasa.
God, yeah, you're right.
Oh, which you can play a turn after this.
I mean, we should just give everything an F that doesn't fit into a deck with Daisy Duck anyway.
Okay. I mean, I think this is like a C.
You know what's funny is that Daisy Duck will make the Sapphire decks, like, not draw any cards. It'll just keep milling popsicles and one jumps to the bottom. Oh God, that'll be brutal.
Lord.
Yeah, I give this like a C. I don't know. I don't think this is really playable, but it's close.
It's interesting.
It is. It's not a bad card.
Oh,
that's amazing art. 5 cost, uninkable, Snow White, Fair-Hearted, a 3/5 with 3 lore. Is that their favorite Steel stat line for 5? Piglet was uninkable. Sad Beast. Mm-hmm. Robin Hood was close to this. This character gains resist +1 for each other knight character you have in play. See, there's the dwarf's energy.
Yeah.
It's 3 lore.
It's better than the Piglet.
I don't even remember what the Piglet does. This is also
It can attack
art.
readied characters if you have no cards in your hand. But it has 3 lore. So, like...
I mean, all there's like one other knight. The discard one was
the 2 cost and 7 cost Cinderellas are knights. The 7/10 and the big Goofy. I think that's it.
The new 2 cost Dopey or whatever that you discard your hand, draw 2.
Yeah, all the new dwarves are knights.
One of them was good.
2 of them were good.
2 of them were good?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Doc and
the 1/3 for 2 that discard your hand, draw 2. That one was good.
Hey, the Bodyguard's not super terrible if you want to have this. But it's so bad. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna get Medusa, right? This is just like some fun, some fun card.
Yeah. I'm playing dwarves.
Fun card out of 10. But reality is like
Ooh,
a D.
big Kronk, 7 cost, 6/6 Kronk, Head of Security, Shift 5, 1 lore. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may play a character with 5 or less cost for free. Shift 5?
Is there even a small Kronk?
Yeah, there was a small Kronk. Shift 5 is still a lot, but 6/6 banishes something.
We're trying to play Sad Beast or Robin Hood here for free, right? That's the idea.
Yeah, right.
We're shifting it on presumably Morph because we're playing Sad Beast and Robin Hood, so we're probably playing Morph.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with this. It is uninkable, but like, I'm fine with this.
I don't like it. You'd have to show me a really good Kronk. I don't. This doesn't go in any existing deck that I'm aware of, and I don't think this is like good enough to like make me want to
play it over something.
Yeah, just start trying to poop out. I mean, honestly, we've been far too generous with things. We're almost like in a post Daisy ban world how we're evaluating stuff, because I don't see how anything is dealing with that. Because every time we see shift or anything, we should just think it's bounced.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice! You played something that's bounced. Or you've already lost because this is turn 5 and you've already lost by turn 5.
Yeah, you're.
So I don't know. This to me is like a D plus. It does a thing.
Yeah.
But like what Kronk? What's a good Kronk to shift this on? No, we're not going to go back and search right now. We're too late in this. Whatever. Yeah, let's give it a.
There he is.
Oh, okay.
Grumpy. It's you.
3 cost, inkable, 3/1. Skeptical Knight. That's me. 1 lore. While one of your knight characters is at a location, that character gains resist +2. Okay, double conditionals. During your turn, this character gains evasive. Were you counting this as one of the good knights?
No, I forgot about this.
This is kind of an uncommon to me.
Yeah, this reads like an uncommon.
So I need other knights
on
at locations. Then they have resist 2, which is strong. And this gets to trade with stuff with evasive, unless it's at a location. Wait, yeah, it does. He is a knight. It does count himself. It's not other knights, so he can have the evasive. And the Steel location was a Seven Dwarves location, right? The like ping stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is just all its own little fun deck that I can't imagine has much of a hope to be competitive. But it's cute. It's like a D.
Yeah. So that obviously the Daisy, the mini has legs. Mother Gothel, maybe the Queen. The Elsa, the Pete.
This is why I canceled my pre-order. So this is why I canceled my pre-order. It's because when I read the rares and super rares, remember when we were in the uncommons, I was like, oh my god, this is some pretty good cards. But I mean, yeah, like the Kuzco, maybe. The Gothel, maybe. Maximus, almost certainly not. Pete, not yet. Like there's a lot of not yet, but maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Daisy, S++++ problem. Actual terrible, maybe, but probably not yet either. And then
M's unplayable, Maleficent's unplayable, Elsa's maybe good.
Scoop is like not like strictly unplayable, but it's probably unplayable.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if the legendaries can bring us home.
All right, legendaries.
Start us.
Starting off with a baller enchanted card. Prince Naveen, uninkable 4 cost, 3/3 with 2 lore, Singer 6.
Sure.
When you play this character, you may play a song with 6 cost or less for free. S. Not Daisy level S++, but I think this is an S. A pirate's life for free, baby.
It's like for free. There is, I think, a chance that this does not see play.
Why?
There's a chance. Because, like, are you really trying to sing a whole new world with this? No. You're not really trying to sing a whole new world with this.
No.
So, you're trying to sing
Why does
Grab.
that have to be in Steel Songs?
It doesn't. But Steel Songs is going to be the best deck. So, if it's not in Steel Songs, then it's probably not going to be played. Like, what do you... Let's just talk... The best thing to sing with this is Grab, right? Grab is better than Pirate's Life. Your opponent very well may not have lore. when you're playing this on turn 4, whenever you're playing this.
Right.
It's pretty good singing a whole new world like later, but you still don't even want to use 4 ink when you're singing a whole new world. So like grab is very much like the target. Bruno.
Yeah.
So now you're like Lemon Lime again. Once again, Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
You're like Daisy. I mean, Bruno works in there too.
Yeah.
But you have to play more songs than just Bruno.
Yeah.
Which you are with Mother's Knows Best.
There's no 6 cost there either.
You can bip this just to get bip out of your hand for no reason. That's a really terrible play. Bip it, replay it, play another one.
I mean, you can play the 6 cost song that you hated to get all your aerials back.
Yeah, that's terrible. Playing Mother's Knows Best with this is actually kind of cracked.
Yeah.
Like turning this into basically a Magic Portuguese Mana War 3/3/2 lore that just bounces something when it comes into play. I mean, it does use a card to do it, which is why like this is not. It's good. I think it's good. I'm not going to give it an S.
You're giving it an A.
I would even give it an A-. I'm just not convinced Steel Song because you're playing more Uninkables with Daisies, and I'm not sure you need this.
That's a fair assessment.
Like, I just think you're so fast. I mean, maybe you need it specifically in the counter matchup because you have to, like, play Prince Navin to play... Like, maybe Steel Songs evolves into 4 grabs. So you Navin 1 grab and sing the other grab to wipe your opponent's daisies. Naveen.
Yeah, exactly. Like double
grab. Double grab.
For 4.
Like, that's maybe his biggest application.
Yeah, I mean, double grabbing for 4 would hurt.
But still, when you're playing like 1 or 2 of them...
Yeah, but that's still...
This price is outrageous, I think.
Yeah. That's... Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Singing like a strength for
I want to
free
pull this.
or what have you.
I want to pull that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's...
Look at the jawline on this guy.
It does... The thing is it works so well with harps as well. And you could almost argue that playing harps and daisies, you need something like this because harps and daisies aren't really singing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe you play like 2 of these. Maybe you play like 4 aerials, 3 of the new better Gastons, the Gazelles.
Yeah.
Like 2 of these.
Okay.
And then 4 harps, 4 daisies, and all the rest are songs.
Yeah.
Like just the rest of the deck is solid songs. So yeah. Yeah, so I'll give him an A. It's really good. I don't know why they printed this. Why? Like, who was like, you know what?
Steel Songs need help.
Steel Songs needs help. We need more ways to cast Grab Your Swords for free. We need to make any 6-cost song from now until the end of the game a problem.
Yeah.
Naveen is here to make your problems. Alright. I go. Mirabelle Madrigal. I like the 5 lore symbol is kind of neat. 5 inkable, 5/5. Yeah, all 5s. You can't play this character unless you have 5 or more characters in play. Ironically, Steel Songs could do this better than anybody.
Yeah, but like, for what? Like,
I tell you what, if they create character tokens, all the magic in this that you can somehow crank out,
yeah,
then maybe. But yeah, I don't see how this is happening now. Ironically, again, Steel Songs is like probably the best chance for a deck to do this.
Yeah.
Realistically. Okay, so a new Steel... Once again, the Steel Songs colors, but not songs, where you're playing the new Knight that we just saw that'll draw you 2 cards if you have no hand.
Oh, yeah.
I can see maybe in that.
Yeah.
Like really low to the ground aggro that's just like
With
dump
like
hand
a
draw,
couple of
dump
these
hand
in there.
draw. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Because it's inkable, so like,
yeah.
whatever. But yeah, this is like a C-.
It has a set champs card.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like a C-.
7
All right.
cost uninkable
I've not
genie.
seen this. You've been high on this.
A 5/5 with 2 lore. While this character is exerted, opposing characters can't ready at the start of their turn.
What did you say went well with this?
Hmm?
What did you say went well with this? You said you were like, wait till you see the genie.
Yeah,
Which card?
Elsa. Or Anna. Exert all opposing characters.
No, yeah, it was this Elsa.
No, it was Anna. Which is rare.
No, but you also said you were higher. You said C plus on this this Elsa because of something. Because of Genie.
Yeah, you can play it a turn after Genie, I guess.
Okay.
But I think this is a cool, like, bullet roll. Your characters are exerted, and
I think this card's good. Yeah. Just without, I don't think it necessarily makes that Elsa better.
The Anna specifically.
What was the Anna?
They're both they exert all opposing characters.
Oh.
You quest this and play the Anna.
Yeah.
It is a 5/5, but
So it does the Zeus.
I guess it works decently with the 7-cost Ursula. No, that doesn't say.
I'm still not sure what that card does. I don't remember.
Cards can't exert to sing, so it doesn't. With the Pete, with the 3/3 Pete.
Yeah.
But I think this card has legit legs.
Yeah, it seems good.
It's like a B for me. You can play it like control-y into late game. I'm gonna win now. Or you can ramp into it and play. I exert your characters.
I think ramping into it's pretty good.
Yeah. I think like specifically Blurple. I like.
This is the sort of thing that could even potentially shut down Steel Songs. Probably not. Because Steel Songs only needs to exert its stuff once.
I know you just top deck a Zeus and hard cast it.
Yeah.
Or have a Zeus, you know. But you might not be playing as many Zeus either. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's gonna be it. I haven't like tried to build the new Steel Songs yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna fall, but.
Yeah, this card. I mean, this card seems strong. This for sure.
Yeah.
Keep it alive. But yeah, I'd give it like a B probably. B minus. Something like that. Camilo Madrigal. 6-cost inkable 3/7. Whenever this character quests, you may gain lore equal to the lore of chosen other character of yours. Return that character to your hand. So it's like a Super Arthur. And it also has 1 lore, so it's 1 plus the lore of chosen other character of yours.
So let's say it's 3 lore. Maybe 4, usually, right?
I mean, it's Pinocchio's dream.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like,
No.
a 3/7 doesn't die easily, but like,
Nice to Medusa.
yeah, it doesn't have evasive or anything. It's not great.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
It is a free bounce like Arthur, so you can like.
Remember, there is
It's
the
okay
tutor,
with Goat.
but.
It does like kind of neat things with Goat, right? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 lore with Goat.
Yeah.
4 lore with Goat, assuming you replay the Goat. Yeah, it's still like a C minus.
Clarabelle. 7-cost inkable 5/6 with 2 lore. Shift 5. At the end of your turn, if chosen opponent has more cards in their hand than you, you may draw until you have the same number of cards. No. The other Clarabelles weren't good. Shift 5 or 7, and it's a 5/6 with 2 lore. 5/6 is a good stat line. Don't get me wrong, but like You're playing a lot of things before you play this.
I don't hate this. I don't hate this.
Why?
Because I like this as kind of like a card draw engine in a deck that's like shifting. Like where you're doing morph. Because shifting, you're like going down cards. And I do think, to your point, I think you specifically need to shift this for this to be good. But like, if you shift this is pretty good.
Yeah, cause like you said, you're going down cards.
Yeah, like
it'll
imagine this is the last card in your hand on turn 5 because you've like kind of gone all out, and you're. I know this is pie in the sky, which isn't how you should evaluate things.
Right.
It's the way you evaluate things.
Yeah.
So I get on, but still. I think it's somewhat reasonable that in a green X shift deck, you're like going down cards, and like your opponent has 4 cards in their hand.
Yeah.
So you're like, shift this quest to draw 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I played a 5/6 that drew me 4 cards.
Yeah.
Because it's immediate. It's your turn. Yeah. So all it has to do is hit once.
Especially in a game where you went first.
Right.
So
it just has to hit
less
once.
Cards inherently.
It just has to hit once.
Yeah.
Hell, if this thing draws you 2 cards, you've done it.
Yeah. And that's probably what it's usually going to do.
That's, it's like not pie in the sky. But it's not unreasonable for this to draw. Like, if you're, right now, if we just took this and inserted it into X Emerald deck and played it against Ruby Amethyst, it's drawing you 4 cards, I would assume.
Yeah. Like,
pretty reasonably.
That's fair. I could give it, like, a C+. Maybe a C. Like...
I maybe even a little higher on it. Like, this card's kind of scary. Like, you're really killing Morph. God forbid there actually is a good Clarabelle to put. I think there is another good Clarabelle.
No.
I think there was.
We'll put it on the list. Put Clarabelle and Kronk.
Yeah, Clarabelle and Kronk. I thought there was another Clarabelle that I was interested in, but...
This is better than Kronk, but I am curious about the Kronk.
Yeah, I'd give this a C+. I'd give this a B-. That's as bold as I'm going to get. What is this thing going for? $9? I'm just saying, like, this card is scary because you're not... If you're playing against the deck that you... Like, let's say the meta evolves, right? And this is a card that's played. You never feel like you're ahead.
Right.
Like, oh, I have 4 cards in my hand. My opponent has 1. You know, oh, darn, it's Clarabelle. Yeah. Now I'm behind.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have to deal with a 5/6.
Right. Because you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Imagine if your hand is kind of stacked. You draw your 5th card. You can only play 2. You have 3 cards in your hand. Your opponent somehow dumps their hand again and then draws 3 with it the next turn. Just concede.
Yeah.
It's not hard to... It's...
Yeah.
Like, Maui kills it, I guess, but that's about it.
I mean, at least it trades.
Yeah.
There, but yeah.
Yeah. I think this is like a B-. I could see this doing things. Sneaky good. I like it. I've got it number 2 now. I have it over... Actually, if I said Genie's, I have this over Genie. I think this is better than Genie.
Okay. So, Naveen, Clarabelle, Genie so far?
Yeah, Naveen, Clarabelle,
see about
Genie.
this Anna.
I might even be over defeat.
No way.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, but this Anna, though, you take it. But this is...
When you play this character... 3 cost 2/3, 2 lore, non-inkable.
Okay.
Anna, the Diplomatic Queen. When you play this character, you may pay 2 to choose 1. Each opponent chooses and discards a card. Chosen character gains +2 strength this turn. Or banish chosen damaged character. This card's good.
This card is cracked.
This card's really good.
This card's bippable, by the way. This makes me want to bip.
The Anna shifts onto it that exerts all the cards.
No one cares. You can...
This card's good. This card's really good.
It's a shame that it's uninkable. Mother's Asbestos is uninkable, and BIP is uninkable. Because I really want to BIP this thing.
Yeah, you really want to BIP it. Yeah. It's good.
Just like playing it for free and then just only having to pay the 2 to make them discard.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. It's good on 3 is the thing. Like, that's what I think makes this card kind of like the truth. is it is legitimately playable on 3.
Yeah.
And then
it has 2 lore as well.
it's a house on 5.
Mm-hmm.
All the modes are a bit different, and like they're no matter what, one of them is good. One of them is good.
Yeah, one of them's gonna be good because they're very different.
Yeah, I think this card's pretty good. I think
I like the chosen character gets +2 strength this turn is like really sneaky good.
It's sneaky good.
Pete.
Probably not with Pete.
Yeah, probably not with Pete. But with Pain.
What is this? What is this going? I mean, we can keep saying lemon lime until we're blue in the face, but maybe not even lemon lime because it's not interested in really discarding or doing much of any of this. I guess if they trade off the daisy with something big, it just eats the whatever took the 1 damage from a daisy. But I'm thinking this is more. So remember what I said once upon a time when I got off of Stand on Business. Once I saw the next set, I thought maybe it evolves into an actual control deck.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I could see this. I could see this being a part of an actual control Amethyst Emerald deck. Because this sings friends. It's eating your opponent's hand. It's, they're going to want... If you're playing Amethyst, they're trying to trade off your rabbits, your Maleficent 3s, whatever random stuff, all your 1-drops.
Mm-hmm.
This lets you trade in a broom and then Anna with kicker to just banish whatever. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything big. So yeah, I think this is an A-. I don't think it's broken, but it might be.
Yeah, it might be.
It might be. Do you think it's higher than an A-?
I think it's an A.
I think it's an A?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know why it's randomly in euros here at Card Trader instead of TCG Player, but
it's been like that for a lot of the cards. It's just random.
It's criminal that there's not an enchanted of this. Like, we get uncommon enchanteds and not this.
Yeah, right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, draw 3 for 5.
Here's an enchanted Donald.
I mean, that's
Pie
awesome art.
It is
it's
amazing
not
art.
A great card.
5 cost, inkable. I don't know what this is.
What's a knight?
It is a knight. That's hilarious, actually. The pie slinging knight. 5 cost, inkable, 3/6, shift 4.
Mm-hmm.
1 lore, humble pie. When you play this character, if you use shift to play him, each opponent loses 2 lore. Alright, very Aladdin of you. While an opponent has 10 or more lore, this character gains +6 attack. Why?
So it can banish locations.
So I have a 9/6, but probably not if I shift them because it takes their lore.
Right.
I mean, a 9/6 for 5 is a billion stats.
Yeah, but it still only has 1 lore, so you're just swinging it into things.
Maximus, you need to give it even 1 more attack, so Maximus is gaining you 5 lore. Lumiere, as you like to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't good.
It's just bad. It's like D-. Like, come on, it's D and D-. What? Wait, look, what's the normal art?
Donalds to shift. It's also great.
Yeah, it's
like no even real Donalds to shift on, are there?
No, it's not. They're terrible.
There's like a 1 cost. Or
there's just no good Donald.
There's a vanilla 2.
There's the 2/2 evasive.
There's a vanilla 2. There's like a 2/3 for 2. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's some vanilla Donalds that this can shift on.
There's the 2/2 evasive for 2. That's Donald. That's new. And Ruby.
And I also think there's some older vanilla ones. But yeah, this is like a D. Oh, this one's... Oh my god, I want it!
Oh, that's nice. 4 cost, uninkable, 1/4 with 2 lore. Whenever this character quests, look at the top 4 of your deck. You may reveal an action card with 6 or less and play it for free. Put the rest in your discard.
Oh, I want it. It also might be good.
Yeah, yeah.
I want it. I want the art so bad. What's the regular art? Also fine. I will have one of these. It will be mine.
I will have.
I will have one of these.
I think this is somewhere between pretty good and decent. Like, any action.
It navines every turn.
Whenever it quests.
Not on ETB, but still. Every turn.
Like,
but from the top of your deck, it's even better. It's drawing you a card.
Yeah.
It's not even casting it from your hand. It's much better than Naveen.
Yeah.
Except not guaranteed to hit at all.
Assuming it's like the aerial chance to hit. Let's just assume.
Ruby, Amber songs I've been on for so long.
A Pirate's Life for free.
They're killing me. Oh my god. It's really B King for free is what we're
we're shooting for, right?
What we're looking for.
I mean, recursion for free. It's decent.
Yeah. This thing is uninkable.
We'll see. I'm gonna go with like a B minus. Like,
yeah. You're tapping out.
I mean, it's a 1.
It is light. I agree. It is just a 1/4, but man, it is tempting. It is temptingly good. Like, you want to give this evasive or something, which is also a card that I would play in the deck. Anti-Diablo tech. I don't remember the name of that one.
You Can Fly.
You Can Fly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is a Peter Pan
Yeah.
Action, which you can get with this and immediately give him evasive, which is pretty good. Like a 1/4/2 lore evasive would be pretty good. Maybe it's actually better. Maybe it's the best in Emerald. Because again, Mothers Knows Best, like bouncing their biggest thing, Brunoing something, like you're welcoming something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where it's best.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Steel has so many good actions.
It can revive for free.
Huh?
It can
the
revive for free.
Revive. That's true.
Yeah, because it's just actions. It's not just songs. Like there's some new actions that are like expensive, and if they're inkable, like maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is like a B minus.
Yeah. You
just have to figure out a way to keep it alive.
Yeah.
That's the main challenge.
Yeah, that would be a challenge.
Yeah, God, this is such a good enchanted. My
4 isn't exactly super easy to get though. Like the one strength.
I mean, once it turns sidewards, it is. That's the thing, is it has to turn sidewards to do anything.
Right.
And then it's pretty free.
Right.
And like it's not slapping back at all. So like you better get a card out of that first turn sidewards.
Yeah, right.
Or it's not doing anything. So we're probably too high on it, but I haven't seen that. That's a Mufasa.
That is a Mufasa.
I have not forgotten him.
Right. The ruler of Pride Rock. Yeah. The 8-cost uninkable 4/9 Mufasa with 4 lore. When you play this character, exert all cards in your inkwell. Then when you play this character, exert all cards in your inkwell. Then return 2 cards at random from your inkwell to your hand. Whenever this character quests, ready all cards in your inkwell. So you play it assuming you used all the ink. You get 2 cards back in your hand. You might be able to fishbone and ink them back. Who knows? And then next turn, you win the game. Pretty much. If it, like... You just get 2 turns.
Do you think you're intentionally... You think you're always trying to put the 2 cards back, so you think the first part is a downside? That's the first time I've heard someone say that. I think you might be right.
Like...
I think a delicate balance is actually downside to this card. Like the returning 2 cards, I think that's downside.
Yeah, so like you say you ramp to 8, you play it.
I don't think you do.
On 6.
I don't think you do.
You go down to 6 ink.
Yeah, I don't think you do that.
Why?
You're saying you use your ramp to get to 8 on 6?
Yeah.
So you've used your fishbone and your ink for the turn?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you play it. I actually like what you said where...
But you quest.
You can't quest the turn that you play it.
You quest next turn.
They bounce it. You lose.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you quest, you're going to win the game, probably. That's just 2 turns.
Well, I kind of like what you said, though. I hadn't thought about what if you only play this when you can immediately ink the 2 cards that you return.
Yeah. That's what I would want to do.
That actually might make this card playable. I was going to say this card is unplayable because the threat of it being bounced or removed is just game losing. Like, they Bruno this, they let it go.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you don't want to play it as soon as possible.
Right.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
If you do play this and immediately re-ink the 2 cards, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's something you have to be careful with because you don't want it to be on the board alone. Especially, like, of course, like against Ruby. Steel has a lot of trouble killing this. It has 9.
But you're still not playing this over Tamatoa, so, like, why are we... There's nothing that actually is going to play this.
I don't know, having 2 turns on, like, turn 8 is you just win the game.
It's not
like,
2 turns, you just double your ink.
Yeah, that's 2 turns.
I mean, so you go from, like, let's say 13 ink to 26. Like, in order to take advantage of that, you have to whole new world.
Lucky Dime. Like...
You're already winning with Lucky Dime with that much ink. It's not readying your Lucky Dime. It's just readying your ink.
Yeah.
You have 13 ink, that's more than enough to do the Lucky Dime thing.
Right.
And then you want Tamatoa.
Yeah.
So then you're playing this and Tamatoa, but this is not inkable, which, I mean, you can tuck it with Fishbone. I am much lower on this card than I think a lot of people are. Especially if the plan is to ramp it out as soon as possible.
I don't
think it could be good. It could win the game, but it can also just lose you the game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, ramping out Tamatoa as quickly as possible, getting you back a Fishbone, is never losing you the game.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they deal with it, it's still probably winning you the game.
Yeah.
And this is uninkable. So, like, I think this is a C.
Oh, I'm good with that.
C?
Yeah.
You're
C.
happy with C? Okay, C.
$48.
$48 C.
Yikes.
Sell them if you got them.
And the first card spoiled.
I apologize in advance, Mike. So, Merlin, 6 cost, uninkable, 3/7, shift 5, with 2 lore.
Mm-hmm.
When you play this character, if you use shift to play him, you may search your deck for any card, no reveal, because it's any card, directly in your hand, then shuffle. So, the only way I think this card is playable is in Emerald. Because I think you have to shift it on Morph. I don't think there's any other valid shift. I don't think there's any other valid shift target.
Right.
And you have to ask yourself, like, what are you trying to get with this?
Yeah.
Because the other option is Blurple, right? But you're already a pretty high uninkable count in Blurple because you're running rabbits. Like, what you're eating a rabbit or a goat with this, or you're playing the bad squirrel specifically to eat. Yeah. But then, like, what is that? What is Blurple even, like, fetching for its late game? A Tamatoa? Or...
Mim Dragon?
No, it's not fetching Mim Dragon.
It's only you. It's...
A Hiram?
It's not good in Blurple. Like you said, like, it's Morph or the Squirrel.
And you have to shift it for it to do its thing. You have to shift it. It's probably dying easy to, again, a Meta Medusa something.
What win con are you doing in Emerald Sapphire? Are you just going to get your Tamatoa?
Notice this is also a shuffle trigger for your pseudo brainstorm.
Yeah.
So that can kind of work. I don't know. Emerald has flirted with items as well. You know, it has a cantripping item in the ink, hidden ink caster.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do
Hiram
items. We could look at the high end. I mean, Emerald has high end. It's got huge lore stuff, but you can. The thing is, I think Emerald can also toolbox pretty well. Like, I think you can do, like, a lot of different things. Like, you can play, like, A Ring the Bell, right, if they have a damaged character. Or, like, We Don't Care About Bruno. A Cricky, if somehow that's relevant. A Ray. You know, like, just, like, play a whole bunch of, like, pretty good one-ofs.
John Silver. When you
Fair.
need him.
Yeah.
Like,
A John Silver.
Yeah.
A Prince Philip.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying inkable
damaged.
cards as well.
Yeah, these are inkable cards, yeah.
So, maybe.
So, yeah.
Like,
I think it has to specifically be Emerald, though. And shifting it with Morph. What was the other card that I was, like, talking about Morph with? There's some other card recently I was...
The Clarabelle.
Oh, the Clarabelle.
Yeah.
Lit. Clarabelle Merlin. Let's crack.
Anna.
Anna's a great... This is the toolbox within a toolbox.
There you go.
Fetch your Anna, yeah. Oh, you're down on cards? Fetch Clarabelle.
Yeah.
Wait, does she even have to be exerted, or does this just happen? Okay, it just happens.
Glue, baby. Let's get it. Glue.
What?
Blue and green. Glue.
Glue?
Green and blue.
I thought you were making a crack about Clarabelle getting glued.
Yeah.
I was like, that's horses, not cows. Anyway, so I'm actually lower on Merlin than 48.86.
That's kind of nuts.
Unconditional tutors getting people a little crazy here. But I do think it is good. I will give it like an A-. But specifically an Emerald.
Nice, solid middle of the road B for me.
I'm gonna give it an A- because of Emerald and the fact that
restrictive.
We might get other Merlins. I'm thinking in the future too. We might get other Merlins. It's not
the other Merlin in blue. This set was trash too.
But at 5 and it doesn't even die to Maui. Like Madame Medusa is the only thing you really have to worry about, just devastating this.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's straight into your hand. So like you're shifting this,
and since you have to shift it, like you are getting 2 lore.
You're getting 2 lore. You're getting 2 lore and a card.
Yeah,
immediately.
It probably won't die.
And it probably
unless they're
die.
Ruby.
They have to dedicate their whole turn to killing it.
Right.
Unless they're Ruby and have Madame Medusa, in which case you're sad.
I mean, that's still their whole turn.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to try some Emerald, Hidden Inkcaster.
Yeah.
Hiram nonsense. Alright, last 2.
Alright, the 6-cost inkable 0/7 Jafar with 2 lore. Challenger +7. So he's a 7/7 on your turn if you want him to be. Queen's Castle gone. Opposing characters with 4 that cost 4 or less can't challenge this character.
No, wrong. Try again.
Yeah. Can't challenge.
Can't challenge.
No one will keep me from the broken crown. I mean, fair.
What's your rating of this?
I really like this card.
Oh, really? Did I talk it? I wish I hadn't talked this up previously. I'm very high on this card.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're higher than me on it.
I'm very high on this card. This card is scary.
Really?
It's scary. What do you do? Just keep them from... Okay, again, Ruby, sure. Maui is the ever-present, very important card that can deal with this. Not even by itself, though.
Yeah, it's still going to be alive for one more turn.
So, just play removal. Play this in removal. What are your opponents doing? Nothing.
Yeah. You don't even have to exert it. It's funny. Yeah. I mean, bad into aggro, but that's pretty much it, right? Like, what else is it bad into?
It's not bad into anything.
Dies to Sizus.
This card should be uninkable, in my opinion. Like, we have found a card that should probably be uninkable. Because with this being inkable, it literally doesn't have, like, a downside. Like, what?
The downside is it has 0 strength.
That's not really a downside. I mean, kind of. It's still so hard to kill. Brawl kills it. So, yes, it's 0 is a downside because Brawl kills it. Brawl kills it. Little Sizu kills it. You're right. Little Sizu might actually start seeing play.
Yeah. Because
of stuff like Daisy. We've seen several things that Little Sizu will... There's a lot of very low strength stuff in this set. So, yeah, Ruby Ruby scares the mess out of you.
Yeah, you ink it.
You ink it.
Like we said. You just ink it against Ruby.
Ink it. You have a different game plan.
Great against most other things. Almost all other things.
I think it just wins the game against everything else.
Yeah,
I don't know how...
Fox can't deal with it. Yeah.
I mean, again, this is all assuming we're in some world where this Daisy Steel Songs deck doesn't just decimate everything on the planet immediately.
Why not play this in that deck?
It doesn't need it. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't need anything.
Turn Daisy sideways, drop this. They can't challenge the Daisies with all their piddly stuff. But yeah, no.
I think this card is good.
It is good. It is good for sure.
I mean,
are you
play
A
it with
plus
Pete.
territory?
You play it with Pete.
Yeah.
Because Pete can actually like have a chance of stopping the Steel Songs.
Yeah.
The Steel Pete. It could. It could, and then you can play the red Pete as well, because that's removal with this. So you Pete,
Steel Ruby counter to Steel Songs. Let's get it.
I have wanted to build Steel Ruby for quite a time.
But you did at one point. Why did you take that deck apart?
That's so mean. That's so mean. I didn't. Someone else took it apart for me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't.
So what are you grading this?
I think it's like an A-.
A-? Okay. I'm going B+.
B+?
It's better than the last card, and that was B.
I mean,
so
Ruby Steel does have the most removal as well.
Yeah.
To go along with
a couple new cool pieces as well. A couple no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
This and the Pete.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, you get the last one.
I get the last one. Arthur.
Baller art.
Amazing. Both
of
them are good as well.
Great.
All right. 7 cost uninkable shift 5. I do love Arthur. The Amethyst Arthur still holds a special place in my heart. All right, 7 cost shift 5, 3/6, 3 lore. When you play this character, chosen character gains Challenger +2 and Resist +2, and can challenge ready characters this turn. Doesn't matter if you shift it. Doesn't matter if you hardcast it. It is letting another character of yours just dominate a combat.
Yeah, you're giving it this massive 2-handed sword and telling it to have fun.
Yeah, into anything.
Shifts onto the 1-cost Arthur.
Or is it 1-cost Arthur?
Yeah, the little reckless guy.
Oh, yeah. What color was he?
Ruby.
It's Ruby.
I think it's pretty mid, but like...
It's unbelievable how much work Madame Medusa is getting. Like, so many cards in this set that are strong fail the Madame Medusa check. So many. But at the same time, I feel like we've seen a lot that really hurts Ruby Amethyst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, there's so many 3 attack this, 3 attack that, 3 attack this, 3 attack that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sapphire Ruby got better here, maybe playing the small Sizu.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, not changing that much. Like, it didn't really get much help. It just can fight everything that we've seen pretty effectively.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm just...
What do you think about this?
I don't know.
This one's weird for me.
3 lore is good.
Challenge 2, resist 2, and just challenging whatever you want that's not evasive is huge.
It itself is not very strong. Like, it loses Maui check. It potentially, dies to Fox plus any buffs, or...
Yeah. So? You get 3 lore and you banish one of their characters for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not that many good shift targets. Like, there's the new one, which is arguably not... I mean, it's reckless, so it's not staying around enough to even play this on it. Yeah. So now we're back hard into Morph. So we're having to play Morph to play this. Like, you're not really playing this for 7 and being very happy about it, right?
Right, you're not. You want to shift it, but there's not great shift targets.
And you're almost guaranteed... I will say, this... If you do pull off shifting this, it could be game ending. Like,
Yeah.
3 lore, hit your biggest thing, now
Yeah.
you can't deal with this. Like, once again, unless you're in Ruby. How many times have we said that? It feels really monotonous, honestly. How many times we've been like, if you do this play pattern and you're not in Ruby, then you're screwed. And that's exactly how this feels. Like, if you do this and they don't Medusa or Bee King or, I guess, Medusa specifically in this case, or Maui, Medusa or Maui are the best answers. But yeah, if you're doing any sort of fair game, which again, Steel Songs doesn't care about this either, because whatever, it's already won.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say this card is probably like a B-.
Oh, okay.
I think it's pretty strong. It's just like, it's hard to evaluate like the strength of cards versus the very prevalent in meta fail cases. Like, can this see play right now? Probably not. If Medusa is as prevalent as it is now, or even more so, then yeah, it can't be played.
Yeah,
Like,
not really.
if the whole meta is Steel Songs and Medusa, or Steel Songs, Lemon Lime, and Medusa, then this can't be played. Then nothing can be played. Those 3 decks can be played. like if you want my honest opinion, it's those 3 decks.
Yeah.
And probably really just one of them, which is Steel Songs.
Yeah.
And then everyone trying to
be
figure
too
out.
fast for Ruby Sapphire.
Yeah, maybe the Pete can stop it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I was thinking C+.
What if your Emerald Steel, Pete, Shift, Clarabelle, Tiana. Oh, and the 2 cost that dumps your hand redraws. So your whole deck is trying to dump your hand, so you can like lock them out with Tiana. Pete will give you a little time. If you're not on that game plan, you can completely refill with Tiana. But you also have like the 2 cost uninkable, which can also like the Knight. I don't remember which, the Dock or whatever it was, the one that like also kind of gets you there.
Is that Tiana a Knight?
Maybe she's a Knight.
She might be.
But like this could maybe fit in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is true.
That can be a deck. Here we are. Why not throw Jafar on there? Throw this Anna in there too.
Jafar on 6. Arthur on 7. Jafar one-shots Tamatoa.
Oh, it would, yeah.
Yeah.
Huge. So yeah, I mean, maybe that's a deck. I'm just live trying to spitball what can beat Steel Songs. That maybe has a chance to beat Steel Songs.
We'll see.
There we go. There's something to brainstorm out. We give that one away for free.
We did. If you're still here, welcome.
Still here. Yeah.
Welcome to Shimmering Skies.
Try that on Pixel Ball. Whatever. You made the joke about my decks getting stolen. This guy.
No. Why'd you take apart your deck? Is what I said. A mouth poppins.
Mouth poppins.
Go to the enchantments real quick. Let's
rank them.
The Clarabelle's sick. The Olaf is sick. The Naveen is sick. There's the Archimedes. Yeah, click on the Archimedes. I want that.
Pretty good. This Archimedes is pretty cracked.
Yeah.
For an uncommon.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Right?
This is very good.
Oh yeah, that King Candy.
King Candy is so creepy.
Yeah. The Mufasa art's really good.
It is.
I don't know why the Bad Anon is a enchanted. They keep pushing enchanted locations even though they're less than non-enchanted cards now on the market.
This is so far and away my favorite. I can't even cope with it.
Yeah, don't you love it?
I want it so bad. What is that? Your first as well, or you have another one?
No, my first is the Archimedes.
Oh really? This Archimedes
Yeah.
is.
That might be second though. The Robin Hood.
It's the second is like really close between a lot of them. Like just pure on an art standpoint.
I really like the Snow White art too. Like for
yeah,
there's a lot of these are. This is the best enchanted, I think.
Just I think I'm still partial to set 1.
The set 1 enchanted.
I think so.
Were really good.
I mean,
yeah.
The Alice enchanted is legit one of my favorite that I have sitting over there.
The Arthur is one of mine. That's set 2 though, right?
Arthur set 2, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I have a playset of those. Or 3 of them.
Yeah.
However many I played. I mean, this Donald Duck art is also amazing.
Yeah. I mean, even Royal Tantrum's pretty awesome.
Royal Tantrum is also amazing. I mean, this King Candy is creepy, but really cool.
Mm.
Doesn't feel Lorcana-y at all. I like You're Welcome as well, but I want this Clarabelle. I want people to not think this Clarabelle is good, and I want to pick this up for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I want to pick up this Clarabelle for less than $100. The Enchanted Clarabelle, because I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
What
I
is-
mean, the Revive art is even really good.
What is it going to do? I mean, $9? That suggests that people are not high on this. Okay, well...
Wait, look at the other
that
Clarabelles while we're here.
yeah.
The 1 cost... Oh, that.
It's not, like, the worst.
That's not bad.
It's not the worst either. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of.
Look up the Kronk real quick, just for me.
This one?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's this brand new one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a worse Prince Philip. But
It's
playable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's playable. We did it!
Now I have to worry about making it to work in the morning.